The fools of today know nothing of the mysteries of the past. They walk down streets built upon the bones of fallen empires that gave them their technology, their magic, the very blood that courses through their veins. Great empires once ruled all Ura. The first occurred when man was just a scavenger. They were the Salas, snake men as the ignorant call them today. Their magic was strong, but dark, and connected to the foul Outer Gods. This connection would be their downfall as the Outer Gods charge a steep price for their knowledge. In the end, their dealings brought a cataclysm down upon Ura that nearly destroyed all life. What remained clawed slowly out of the devastation and began to rebuild. As they did, they found the remnants of the Salas. They discovered their cities, science and magic, even some of their experiments. They took the magic as their own, swearing not to abuse it as the reptilians had, as if they could resist the allure of its power. They might have sworn off worship to the Outer Gods, but they were playing with the same fire. They called this the Age of Wonder, and the imbeciles still look back upon it with their stories of fables and romance. True, there was more magic, science, and prosperity then, probably more than at any other time before or since. They were as ignorant as the fools today. Their meddling led to the weakening of the weave between the worlds, and through this weakened weave, the Celestians were able to emerge. The Gilded Ones, with their beauty and perfection, soon took control of everything, and then began fighting amongst themselves and using man as their pawns. Eventually, those who fought against them closed the hole between the worlds, cutting them off from the power that made them godlike. Overnight, they went from being gods to merely powerful mortals. Mortals that could be killed. The last of the most recent follies from man was the unenlightened glory of Rozar. The greatest of man's empires, it stretched farther and more significant than any man's nations throughout history. The fools of Rozar believed themselves superior to all, and they pushed against all other races. They thought if they could force them into the worst corners of the world, or even exterminate them, they would have harmony and a perfect world. Little did the Dullards realize that man is his own worst enemy, and the Empire crumbled before even 1,000 years had passed. Now Ura is a fractured land divided up between rival nations, dark magic, and the worshipping of foul gods is once more on the rise as the lessons of the past have all been forgotten. Now these fools will bring down the same calamities as their ancestors. And my fellows and I will watch and laugh. Oh, how we'll laugh.
She put me in the ascot for this show. She went and put herself in a nun's habit.
So should we be talking about this when we go live, or should we not?
Oh no!
Wait, does that mean we are live?
Hey, hi everybody! We're live. Hello.
God damn it!
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to put the opening video back on? Right quick?
No.
Because I was away last week when you did it, right? You're trying to make sure that I feel included in the...
You know what? No matter where you're at, Dylan, you're always right here, man. You're always right there.
I appreciate that.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tales... As I cut you up. And welcome to Tales of a Savage Land. I'm Will DM. I'll be your... I've got something for you guys. This is, and for all those out there in the chatosphere and what have you. I've been contemplating, because we all know that there's already a Will DM out there, right? We know that. He's a scruffy British guy that's cute as a button, and he's far more popular than I am. I won't say he's more talented, but I was thinking, should I change it to Will GM? Be more generic? Or should I just stick with the DM and I'm just the American version? Well, I used to be able to say that. It's like, well, he's across the pond, but he moved to the States.
What the fuck?
So.
Be Bill.
Oh, fuck no. There is no B anywhere in the name William. There is...
This goes way back, I'm thinking.
Oh, yes. What do
You
you
made
think
the
they call
decision
little?
a
What do you think they
long
call
time ago.
little boys that their name is William? You're
No.
Billy. Oh,
Yeah,
come
you
on
could be
now.
Billy
That'd
DM.
be worse.
I am Tony for a reason. I am
Yeah.
Tony because I spent my entire childhood being called Little Ant.
Little Ant. See,
Little
that's
Ant.
cool though. Little Ant is cool. Now, Billy, you've got two choices. You either drop the Billy or you got to become a severe badass. It's just one of the two.
Boy named Sue.
Yeah, exactly. So it's looking like there's a bunch of none of you are buying the Will GM part. You don't know? No.
Hey, you do you, man. You do you.
No.
You're my what do they call that? You're bored of people and you go and you put before them
Tank. We're
Yeah.
think tank.
think tank. Yeah, exactly. See now Melinray's calling me Billy. No, Melinray votes
you
no.
got this on yourself.
Jay's like absolutely not. Okay, so it is Will DM, and be damned anyone else who tries to imitate me.
Yeah, what's it called? Lord Forth says Midlu, which is Will DM backwards. Did we do something with that?
Oh
before?
gosh.
Did we do something
Michael.
with?
It sounds familiar.
Did we?
You could go Will MD and make everybody think you're a doctor.
Master of Dungeons.
I
You
have.
are a dungeon doctor.
I have played Doctor quite a bit in my past.
Oh God.
Yikes! I didn't know that.
Oh, God, it just gets creepier the older you get.
Wait till I get the crazy old man eyebrows really coming in. Then it's really going to be something. Right
Yeah,
now,
nostril hairs
right now
are-
I still trim them up, but there will come a day when I don't care anymore, and I'll just have like these bushes out of my ears and crazy caterpillars on my forehead. It'll be great. But hey, everybody here's probably tuned in to watch a game.
No.
No, of course not. Hey, everybody, how
Clearly
you
they haven't
doing?
watched this game then.
Right. I am Will DM. I'm the game master for this here stream of ours called Tales of a Savage Land, where we play Savage Worlds. Woohoo! So to start off, before we get into anything else, let's introduce my illustrious cast. So Grace, go ahead.
Grace.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Grace. I'm playing Ari. She is a pivot point in her life, and we'll see where it takes her. Hopefully, somewhere good.
Yeah, she's changing up boyfriends.
I mean, you know, when that happens, you just really do have to act out in a certain way, and this is just my way of doing that, becoming who I truly am.
And Jay, I agree to everything you said, sir. All right, so thank you, Grace. All right, and back from moving to the where'd you move to? It's Toronto, right?
It's not Toronto.
I'm about an hour and a half from Toronto.
So you're not in a city.
I'm in the Kitchener-Waterloo region.
Ooh.
The Kitchener-Waterloo region.
Yeah.
The big
You're
city.
right. Yeah.
It's a much bigger city than Kincardine, which is not a city at all. Which is right.
See, even Canadians are they can be opinionated about their own towns. See,
Oh, yeah.
They can say that is where all the Hicks live. Not me though.
No, see, you actually nailed the nail on the head there. It's all about coming from where the Hicks are, but not being a Hick, which is my
There
whole
you go.
thing.
All right.
Well,
Well,
there's nothing wrong with being Hicks. My whole family's from Texas.
there is nothing wrong with Hicks. If we didn't have Hicks, how would we? Yeah.
You're learning everything.
Yeah. Haven't you ever seen how he's got that John Wayne kind of draw every once in a while? See, there it is. There it is.
So
Excellent.
that's the bad being built. So I apologize.
No worries. No worries.
Oh,
No, it's okay. I got warned them in advance.
It's all right. I'll incorporate it into the story, so tell her no worries.
Well, since you'll incorporate it into the story, don't worry about it.
So, did you introduce yourself, or did I just totally
I
cut
think
you off?
I just told you I moved,
get the
but I'm
point.
Dylan, and I play Phoenix. Who also I feel like I let someone borrow my car last week watching the stream, like dropping guys out of the crow's nest, and punching gods.
And reading your character sheet.
Yeah.
It's like you borrowed a truck with a V8, so you had to run the wheels off of it.
Right?
Like, I've been playing a mage. I have to punch things really hard.
Well, it's like your friend gives the car back and there's some kind of sour smell in it, sort of thing. It's like, what the fuck?
Did you check your inventory by any chance?
Oh God.
Why are you telling him? This could be the gift they could be giving for months. He could be like going in and goes, what the hell? All right. Next on the introductory board.
Two of us had control of that sheet, not just one. So don't blame it all on me.
All I know is there was one person typing and one person not. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else. And with that in mind, hey, Uncle Tony, go ahead, man.
Hi. Hey, I'm Uncle Tony, and yeah, here we are, Tales of a Savage Land. I look forward to this every week.
Who do you
Did
play?
you? And I like to come in with a story.
Yes.
So this past weekend, Labor Day weekend in America, Sunday, the wife and I went out whale watching, and we went out on little Zodiac boats. Only hold 6 people, so we're like real close to the water.
And easy to get tipped.
These whales were real fucking close, man.
Right?
We got some pictures and some video that we put up, and they're about, I don't know, 20 yards away. But that's only because when they popped up right next to the boat, you weren't ready for them. But yeah, they came up right next to our little Zodiac boat, scared the shit out of the guy in the front, and we ended up getting some great pictures. And we saw, God, man, a dozen of them. I mean,
where did you post these? You didn't post them in the Discord. All the fans in the Discord you're like, I don't see any of these pictures of which Uncle Tony speaks.
I didn't take my phone on the boat.
Oh, I got it. You got to get permission from the wife, and I understand.
I'm not taking my phone anywhere near the ocean. That's my whole plan to keep my phone safe.
Right. I totally understand.
Take all kinds of videos and everything. So she put it up on her Facebook. But yeah, they were awesome. Now here's the thing. When you get that close to a whale, you know, the whale spout when you that's how you spot them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that is their exhale and their inhale.
Mm-hmm,
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
When you're real close to them and the wind blows just right, oh, you get that smell.
Yeah, I could imagine. And it's got to be funk. Ugh.
It is whale fart like you can't imagine. Imagine a 20-ton creature that eats nothing but seafood and it farts in front of you.
Yeah,
That is what we were wafting through out in the ocean.
Oh,
It is
couldn't have
so-
been to a better guy, huh, Dylan?
with the good, we take the bad, but it was
Right.
exciting. It was great. It was a wonderful experience.
That is pretty incredible. That is something that I would like to do. I would never. Wait a minute. Who the hell am I fucking kidding? That's out on the ocean. I ain't doing that.
A little boat too.
Yeah, no, Scrooge. No. I'll go into a pool. There's no way in hell you're getting my ass into the ocean. It's
Really,
not happening.
you've got that Hemingway vibe though. You don't want to be the old man in the sea. You don't want
No.
to strap.
I'll be the old guy on the beach telling everybody why they shouldn't go into the ocean. But you ain't gonna catch me out there in no damn rowboat. Hell no.
Speaking of which, no one recognized Tony's amazing Jaws reference last week while he was sailing the boat, and I just want to say that
Which one?
I was singing along, "Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go."
That's when they're drunk.
This is the, yes,
I
the
started
joy
singing it last week.
of watching it in retrospect because you're all busy playing, but I can just—it's like watching when I watch Critical Role. I know exactly what's happening. When I'm playing, I'm like, did someone say something? I don't know. I'm
Well,
busy.
you have to understand that a lot of times we're not really paying much attention to Tony. And so
And right back at you.
I know. That's why I got to go. Tony, it's your turn. It's
Honestly, a lot of times I'm not on our video channel, so I'm not looking
Yeah.
at the video of all of you guys at the same time. A lot of times I'm looking at notes and thing and the board and
as a
you know.
good player should.
So if you got to get my attention,
I'm the opposite. I'm mostly just looking at you guys. So.
Yeah.
really, that's even creepy. Now I know you're looking at me.
Yeah.
See you, Tony. I can see you right now.
Yeah.
At all times.
And last but not least, we have remember the Amazing Jonathan? Does anybody else remember?
I love the Amazing. I've seen him live.
Have you really? I was just
Yeah.
was going to say, and last but not least, the Amazing Jonathan, and I was like, oh wait, and then I went,
That's a real guy.
I was a real guy, and then the next thought was, oh wait, probably nobody watching's going to know who the hell that is.
I know him.
Well, Jay will know, and Jay and Lord Forth will know. They're both second tier grognards like ourselves. So, I'm sorry, Jonathan. Go right ahead, sir.
Introduce him, will you?
I'm trying.
Hello. My name's Jonathan, and I play Brian. Thank you.
All right, there you go. That was that. Excellent.
I had a great opportunity to spend some time with Melenre, too. Since she's going to be in the next show, we spent a little time and got to talk and everything. I know secrets.
What happened now?
Oh. And I was worried when you guys were reading my character sheet.
How many baby pictures did you see? That's what I want to know.
Huh? How many? No, she actually doesn't do the whole nostalgia thing.
Oh, okay. Well, to save
But
Jonathan from any further embarrassment, let's go into the recap. Shall we? So,
Yes, from the beginning. Be sure you go all the way back.
no, I've been one of my criticisms is that I go too far back in the recaps. So, just
That's
start.
what
Yep. Just starting in the with the last episode, the adventurers are. I like to call you guys heroes. You're not adventurers. You're heroes. The heroes were on their boat, were kicked out of Lysenate, sort of. They had to leave anyway, so it all coincided. It was good. They've gotten on this boat. They started sailing away, and they're heading to the southern part of the Mavi Sea, where they're going to go into the Vizin Desert. And they're upon. Did we ever name this boat? I think. Oh yeah, it's the Brine Whirl. The Brine Whirl.
The Brian.
Yes.
I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, because we changed a couple of letters to make it a little bit more family friendly. So the and they're on the ship, and they're there with the captain. And I'm not even looking at my notes. The captain. Oh, I got to show everybody something. Okay, I'm gonna hold on 1 second. You see what I got?
I'm not looking at you.
Hey,
The hardback edition. We've got the official Suede book, and I've got to show this because I got so excited because I didn't print it out before. Oh, look at that glorious index. Okay, cool. All right, anyway, so sorry about that.
I don't know what you're bothering for. You haven't opened the book yet.
That's true. I've got you guys.
We're 20 some episodes in. I don't
Why
recall the
change?
rules ever
Why,
being a
why
big part
change
of it.
now? Yeah, it never is really. So they get onto the boat and they're talking with the captain, or at least the guy that they think is the captain. And it turns out that the captain is actually in disguise Azael, the Celestian that's made it through into their world, and he was sent there to open up the portals so that the rest of the Celestians could come back through and reconquer Ura. But Azael, he got to thinking, if no other Celestials came, I would be God here. I would be the man. So he was there, and he's telling them about how, unfortunately, he's had some problems finding the portals because there's some sort of magic that's hiding them from him. Like so basically he kind of like glosses over, but he wanted their help. But some talking went back and forth because they questioned his power then, and well, if he couldn't find the portal, is he really godlike? So it kind of hurt his ego a little bit. And he's like, yeah, all right, give me your best shot. And he pulled open his shirt, and it's like, come on, punch me. And so they supercharged these awesome dwarven forged gauntlets that Phoenix have. And Phoenix goes and hits him in his chest, and surprisingly enough to everybody, he staggered the dude. And then Phoenix, with the second attack, comes around with a roundhouse. I don't know, what do you call that when it comes?
A big old haymaker.
Hey, a haymaker. Yeah, that sounds good. To the side of his head, it caves in the side of Azael's head. He falls down flat, and they're all like, yay, and laughing and thinking, that shows him. It showed him all right, because it killed him. And when he died, the entire crew fell to the ground in a coma-like state. Due to the fast thinking of Brian, half the crew was saved. He did it. He did it. And even with someone with the healing ability not there helping him, he still was able to save half of the crew. So they were still out of it, so they were trying to figure out how to sail a boat on their own. Everybody was freaking out. It was just a bad situation. Azale's body starts melting at one point, so they decide to shove it into a barrel, and they're making their way now. The crew gets better, of course, and then everything's perfect again. The next day, they're sailing off, going to Dalapur, and that's when they see the birds. These large, blue-skinned, vulturous-like beings about the size of a horse, and I do believe I said there was a dozen of them, correct?
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
So it was a dozen. So, so there's a dozen of these things flying down at the ship, and the crew hurried up and stowed all the sails so that they wouldn't come and tear the sails up, and everybody went just barreling below deck as these guys are coming, because they were, the captain with, do we remember what the captain's name is? I obviously should open up my...
Joplin was the captain. He put on the hat. He was steering the boat. I am the captain now.
You were the Turgid. Turgid is the name of the captain.
Captain Turgid.
Yep. And so they all went down below deck, because Turgid's got a ballista on the boat, even because there's pirates in the Mavi Sea, as everybody knows, named by the most prominent being the Azure Brotherhood. Yeah, but Turgid's like, well, these things don't point up. I can't shoot stuff in the sky. They're built so that for fighting boats. So it's like it's going to be kind of pointless. So everybody went downstairs, and that's where we're going to be picking up this episode of Tales of a Savage Land. So you guys are all below deck. The crew's all huddled down there. They've busted into the store of weapons. Normally, while they're on duty, the sailors don't carry weapons on them, but they do have a weapons locker, and so they've all gotten. Mostly, they have spears, and there's a few have gotten like some cutlasses, some sort of thing, and some like machetes, that sort of jazz. And machetes. And so they're all there, and they're all wide-eyed in terror. They've been in terror since you guys woke them up, because this is all magic. This is of course the fucking Arcanist people. Of course there'd be no good from it. The captain was even talked out of turning the ship back around and going back to port. Good job. So you guys are all downstairs in the hold. What are you doing?
I want to find a hat.
You still got.
I want to look like.
You still got the captain's hat on. All
right, good. Then I'm ready.
Well, just
I may pull out my crossbow and make sure it's properly oiled.
Okay. By the way, Tony. Sorry.
Joplin.
Joplin.
I even put in my name.
You did. Joplin. You are fully healed now.
Thank you.
So go ahead and change that.
That took forever.
Well, just to be clear, did we were with these birds that were diving towards the ship? How far away were they?
They were still pretty far in the distance.
Went under.
But in the calculations that you guys have, because you're brilliant mathematicians, you have a feeling that they'll probably be upon the boat and like. Yeah, he T-pained for a second there, but I see what you're saying. It's probably going to be about 5 minutes roughly, and they'll be upon the ship. So there you go.
Yeah, gotcha.
And you have Ray is with you. Ray is taken up to perching on your shoulder like a good pirate bird.
Okay.
I do have a question. What did you guys do with the barrel?
We took it in. Remember, I had everybody pulling the barrel from the side.
Yep, it is inside.
It's inside. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you just have it like sitting in the hold there next to you guys?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
Do we want to throw it overboard?
No.
No.
That seems like a bad idea.
But really? You don't think that's what they're coming for?
What? Why would birds want to eat that guy?
You mean big blue birds that don't look like they're of this world?
I don't know. We saw a big white bird once, and
Fair enough.
right, that was that was friends with these guys though, so that makes sense.
I'm just thinking to myself, if we throw the barrel overboard and we sail away from it, I think the birds go towards the barrel and away from us.
Dale could be helpful
Try it. I mean,
in the future if he comes back to this body.
Well, that would be a problem for another time.
There's no body to come back to. Ari, what do you think? Should we just dump this? I think he makes some good points.
Sure, let's get it overboard.
another vote yes from me. Go for it.
I'll help, but
Sure.
I guess we'll
it's
start
heavy.
tracking it.
Okay, so all of you guys go. Who's taking the barrel up? All of you?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
okay, so I'll say that basically only two of you need to carry the barrel.
All right.
So Brian and Phoenix will be carrying the barrel. We've got Joplin and Ari as backup, and the captain. Turgut is like, that's a great idea. You should take the barrel up there and you should throw it the hell off of my ship. I agree, 100%. Here, I'll get the door. And he goes running over.
I don't usually second guess myself, but when he's enthusiastic about my idea, I don't it sort of changes my own mind.
Now, when you're picking up the barrel, it's sloshing.
It should be watertight, though. That's
It
what-
is. It is.
Okay, I don't want to see goo leaking out.
Well, let's see if you got a good barrel. Hold on. Let's just do a roll.
Oh, come on now.
That's a good point, Tony. I'm glad you brought that up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll. The higher, the better for you guys, okay? Does somebody else want to make this roll?
I would love to. I haven't rolled in a week.
Okay, go ahead and give me a D20. Just roll the D20.
20.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Good. There's no leaks. It's good. There's a cork, just like all good barrels should have, in the side that if you were to pop it out, stuff might come out. But it's in right now.
It's So yeah, I guess we're just stumbling up the stairs, doing our best to get.
Okay, so you guys walk up. It doesn't take that long, and you throw because you guys went down the stairs that go into the hall, which has a double door thing like storm doors for a whatchamacallit, like in Wizard of Oz. Dorothy goes into the root cellar and pulls the two doors down. It's like that. So the door, you guys throw the doors open. You get out onto the deck. And you've got the barrel, and go ahead and roll me those notice rolls.
Oh, no. I'd rather not.
Yikes.
I don't even know why I bother sometimes.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's why.
Says,
there
Well,
you go.
finally.
Phoenix,
bothers.
you see it, and okay, so
twice.
okay, so this is what you guys are coming up, and since you're not carrying the barrel, you're definitely scanning and what have you, and you've noticed that you don't see him anymore.
The birds?
Yes, correct.
I am looking in the sky, correct?
I would hope so, yes, but they are not visible. And you definitely look right into to where they would have been coming from, and you don't see any.
That's not good.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
Does that matter? Shouldn't
Well,
we get us off the boat?
But are they invisible? Ari, you would know things like that, right?
Not at this distance.
Let's just stick to the plan. I'm gonna try to throw the barrel overboard.
Okay. So basically, you guys, screw it. Let's just stick to the plan. So you guys shuffle up a little bit more. You go over to the side of the boat, and you guys are lifting it up. And just as you're lifting it up to throw it over, on the other side of the boat,
I know where the birds are now.
the
Oh,
birds
no.
that had dived down to just over the water level and were coming in really low they go and they fly up really high, and they're flapping, and they're all around the boat now. And just as you let go, and it falls. Oh my goodness! This soon, and it is it? Yep, there it is.
What happened?
No.
Oh yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
we got rid of.
Let me change something here. Hold on a second. I need to get rid of that. Get rid of this here. Boop. Yep, that's the ignition tracker. Boop. Get rid of that. Yeah. Let's put something else in here.
Who is that?
Birds. There we go. That's descriptive enough. Put that. There it is. All right.
Bird.
Cool. All right. So let's go ahead. This way, because this way we'll be able to all keep track of everything and what's
That-
going on.
Deal us some bennies, man. Come on, dealer.
Yeah.
Good cards.
No
Black
bennies.
No bennies. So, Brian, it's your turn. You get to go first. And you just let go of the barrel, and it just fell over the side, and it's plummeting down into the sea below. There are 12 of these huge birds
Pretty sure it's
flying
just-
around the boat right now. And keep in mind, the sails were taken down. So while the boat is still, moving, it is slowed down tremendously. Okay.
Great.
Mhm.
Is the crew that was taking sails down, are they back under deck,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
below deck?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
great.
only people above deck right now are you guys.
Fantastic.
Also, for the record, I would have definitely left Ray below deck.
You would have what?
Ray would have pouted and stayed.
No.
And well, I guess I could just do the voice, and it goes, well, if you want me to stay. Because Ray can speak in any kind of voice, really. That's how those birds
What do
work.
these birds look like? Are they fearsome looking, or are
Oh
they
hell yeah, they got big.
feral, or
they
are
got-
just seagulls?
No, they look like a sort of like a mutated vulture kind of thing. I mean, they've got black, oily looking feathers, and they have blue.
What happened?
Hey, John!
John!
Looky there. Thank you, man. Look, he's got the bull
Hey,
rolling on the bits.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, John. We appreciate it, man.
Don,
So,
the best.
Wait a minute,
so
did he just put us over the limit?
no, not even close.
No.
He's
What are
teasing
you talking
me.
about? We're at
I was away.
Oh no, he did. My bad. My bad. He did.
I thought you guys got one
1100.
last week.
Everybody just got bennies. Okay, so basically, for all those who are new, how it works is, granted, I've got the tracker set at 2,000, but for every 1,000 bits that are donated, the characters get what is called a persistent benny. Now, bennies
Or a penny.
you use bennies for re-rolls in the game. If you roll, not a good roll, you can spend a benny, get one. Now, in the game, normally how it works is you lose all your bennies at the end of the game, get a new fresh batch at the start of the new game. But these bennies are persistent bennies, and they just stay with the characters until they're used. So they can stockpile for further when they are in real need of it. So that's what they all just got. Thanks in part to the great Dirtbag Don.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Let's see how many of them we use during this encounter.
Hypothetically, I'll bet the mine's gone by the end of this encounter.
You know what? I could say I hope so. So okay. So basically, yeah, these things look bad. They look like vicious, evil, sort of. They look like they just flew off of Skeletor's home base to come down. You know.
So what do these things look like?
So
Is
I
it-
have my
I was away last week. What? Like, give me the skinny. What am I looking at right now?
They are big vulture-like creatures with blue skin, talons, kind of tight skeletal-looking face. The skin is stretched taut over it. Their eyes are beady, small, little red things. And actually, unlike regular birds, these guys have teeth inside their beaks.
So like pterodactyls.
Yeah, sort of.
Or like a Skeksis.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Sexy. I got you, man. Anyways, I have my spear.
I think I'm showing my
Sorry.
age probably on something there.
No, you
No,
actually
you
just showed
should
it.
have showed your age by knowing it.
A Skeksis?
Man.
Dark Crystal, man, the original.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad. And they just the new
Yeah.
series.
The new
is
one's
out.
out, and they did
Yeah.
the puppet stuff. They brought the Skeksis.
Okay, I'm a terrible old guy. Okay, cool. So what's
So-
Brian? What's Brian gonna do?
I'm gonna take my spear out, take the dodge action since I can't throw it, and just hopefully see what happens.
Yeah,
I'll
now
tell
these-
everyone to let's get back.
Okay, they're floating about 10 feet right now above the deck because they're like just like, and they're all. It's not like they're like just looking around or anything. They're all looking at you guys. Okay, just so you know.
The barrel's over there.
Well, that's a bit
Okay,
different. Are there how many are there?
I shall interpret for Brian. Brian said, "How many of them are there?" There's 12 of them. And it's their turn now. And 2 of them fly up a little bit and dive down over towards the sea where you just dropped the barrel.
The barrel.
Because conveniently, you didn't put any holes or anything into it so that it would take on water. Yeah, I did get that you took the dodge. So they go diving down into the water. And one each is going to fly down. They're dive bombing you guys.
Ah, fuck.
So here they go. All right, we're going to do a dive bomb on Phoenix.
Oh shit.
It's trying to grab you with its claws.
Oh no.
And I'm pretty sure 5's not going to hit you, right?
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, we got a dive bomb coming down to Brian. And the defense gives you bonus to your, whatchamacallit, right? I want to say
Yes.
armor class, but not that your defense.
It's a toughness or a
Tough.
parry.
Parry. It's to
Parry.
the parry. So, oh, we got a 10. That means it's exploding. Oh, 19. Does 19 hit?
Oh, snaps.
So
Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay. So let's go ahead and roll the damage here. Now, these are natural weapons, so it's going to get a little bit of extra in its damage here. So 8. It's only 10. Is your toughness more than 10?
No.
No?
Toughness
Oh,
11.
okay. You've got a toughness of 11? So, yeah, you didn't take any damage. It's only 10 points.
Toughness.
That would have killed me.
Yeah, serious.
No.
That's right. That's right. You're next. Okay, here we go. All right. Here comes the dive.
Man, he's wearing armor.
Yeah, man. And here comes the dive
A
bomb.
leather jacket and the captain's hat.
Good. You should have. Well, hopefully you will. Well, let's put it this way: if you get thrown overboard and Brian gets thrown overboard, you're in better shape. So just look at it that way. Okay, so here comes the dive bomb onto Joplin. 7.
Oh, yes, I got a parry of 5. Of course it hits.
Yeah, baby. All right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and roll some damage here. Let me get back to my. Oh yes.
Oh no.
Did I tell you guys I have the book now? I'm so happy
So
about that.
I got a toughness of 6.
Okay, so let's see. Here's the damage.
That's 1.
5.
Over.
Oh my God.
Look
If
at
I-
that. It tears up your pretty coat and you take no damage. How about that?
Okay.
All right. So last but not least, We have the dive bomb coming down on Ari. Here we go.
I want
3.
to go.
Yeah, that does not beat my parry.
Okay, so they do a quick dive bomb, and then after they dive bomb you, they go back up into the air, and they're and they start that like hovering thing. So there's only 10 now watching you guys, so this is good. All right, Phoenix, it's your turn.
All right. How can I get up by the end of this turn to the top of the crow's nest?
Yeah, theoretically, it's going to.
One
You're going to
turn,
have to
or-
give me. I take it you don't have a climbing roll.
No,
Skill?
I think that falls into athletics.
Athletics. Yes, you're right.
I think.
You're
I
right.
don't think it's step skill.
It does. It falls under athletics now. So yeah.
Okay, I will. Not awesome. But
That's a
I'll take it.
success.
Yeah,
That's a
it's a
success.
So I move my normal movement, or is there a limited rate for climbing? I don't know.
Basically, with that success, I will say that you were able to actually get into the crow's nest, but that's it. That's you.
Okay.
You got nothing else.
That's my action, my
'Cause
movement. Okay, I'm okay with that.
That's actually hauling some serious ass to get up there, is what that is. And the birds are watching you, and it looks like green saliva is starting to drip out of their maws.
Uh-oh.
Ari, it's your turn.
I'm just going to spend this round, ideally preparing Bolt.
Okay.
Kind of like, yeah.
I will point out that the doors are still open.
And maybe then I will back up a little bit more into the hallway because I am a delicate little flower.
You could get below deck this round if you wanted to.
I don't want to get below deck because I don't want to run away, but I want to get into a little bit more like cover.
Okay, so you're gonna go like onto the stairs and like go down a little, because you could like
Yeah.
be on the stairs and still be looking up, sort of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we'll say that's happening. I do have a map for this, but I'm not going to pull it out. Well, I guess I probably should, because Phoenix just went to the crow's nest. All right, let's do that. Let's get the map going on here.
Uh-oh.
Which means, dun dun dun, it's time for the battle map. I haven't done the battle map in forever.
I couldn't even tell you when the last time it was.
Yeah. Look at that there.
I can. I was in a pit.
Okay, cool. Let me move that a little bit. Okay, so this is the boat. Now, let me grab the sailors. I'm going to put all the sailors right here in the center.
He's gonna be dead in like one turn.
Stop saying that.
I have no crew. And I watched last episode. None of us have a sailing skill.
No,
You're correct.
I have the hat.
Gus have
That's
the
all I
hat.
got. It's just the hat.
Did you learn how to sail through osmosis in the last 16 hours?
I am the captain now.
And I brought out way too many of these. So let's see. There's 5, 10. Okay, let me delete some of these. You don't need to be troubled by any more than is necessary. All right.
What are you doing?
And I should probably make these bigger even. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, so it is Ari's turn now. So Joplin, what's Joplin gonna do?
I think I need to take a shot at one of these bastards.
I think you do. I really do. Because, I mean, they won't be pissed off enough until you hurt them. So,
Like I'm going to negotiate with these things.
you don't know. Nobody's tried talking to him yet.
I think don't no. I'm going to shoot something.
All right, go ahead. Give it a shot.
They just came down on my coat.
They tore your coat. You got a big old rend in your leather coat.
Let me get my. So shooting or
Yes.
the crossbow shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I always do this wrong.
Nice.
My wild die saved me.
We think.
Yeah, you got a 10. Guess what? That's a hit. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
some damage. Oh, you staggered one. Now I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and put your tokens onto the ship here.
Right.
I threw
so
myself out.
This here is the Okay, I'll drag you up, Phoenix. Yeah, you got it. There you are. Boop. There you are. Now, as you can see back here, just so you know, as you can see the interior of the captain's cabin there. That's actually got a deck over the top of it, so just pretend. Okay? Okay. So
That's a lot of birds.
Yeah.
That is a lot of birds.
They're good guys.
Who's a good guy?
These birds, they've just been brought here to make sure that the evil Celestians don't conquer the world. They're sent by a benevolent good guy, is what it is.
Cool.
Who told us that?
Yeah, like.
I think he is,
How were we meant
as they say, fucking with us.
Yes. So go ahead and show me which one you shot.
Oh shit. I think it's got to be this one here. This one's real close to me.
Okay. So you shot that guy. He is shaken. So we're gonna put for shaken. We're gonna put a yellow dot on him. There he is. That guy's shaken. He's not feeling too good. Okay. And are you done? That's all you were doing?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now we got to deal again. And I am dealing in the sailors also.
And Sundar. Don't forget Sundar.
Oh, you're right. I totally forgot Sundar. Hold on a second.
Nice.
Because he could help us.
Yeah, in a big way. In a big way.
With some of that acid magic.
Mm-hmm. I need
Sounds like a Pink Floyd concert.
right. Let's see. What's a
Oh,
good?
with acid.
Let me get a good
no. What am
token
I gonna
here.
do?
Yeah, this will be Sundar. That's Sundar. Oh, come on! Don't be like that. What happened to it? Ah, I know what I'll do. There he is. That's the guy I'm going to use. That's the token. There's Sundar. Okay. All right. Let me go back to here.
Zoom in on this right quick.
I got to put him.
Oh, okay.
I got to put him into the. Let me make sure there was no jokers. No. Okay. Sundar's still downstairs. He'll come up into the next round of things because I don't want to cheat anybody who got a good roll there. But definitely remind me so I remember to bring Sundar up on deck into the fun. Okay, so Brian, it's your turn. It is your turn, sir.
Fantastic. I'm just going to attack the one that's shaken.
Okay.
It's kind of cross.
And that one is now. These are 10 feet up in the air. They're high up. They're trying to stay out of your range. But what's the range of your spear?
I do have reach 1.
Okay.
So that at least gets me like another 5, doesn't it?
Sure. So we'll say that these guys are definitely within your reach then, until they fly higher.
Until they fly higher.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can just attack this one twice. So I'll take the -2 to both.
Okay. And I'll say this now so that you guys can take this information into consideration. As well as the spears, like I said, the crew was arming themselves. Of course, they've all got crossbows. There is a bunch of crossbows still downstairs, so there's enough crossbows for anybody who might need a projectile weapon. So there we go.
That's going to be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
That's going to be a 4.
Oh, let me get down to it. Okay, so that's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the next one?
Second hit will be a 6.
A 6, which is still a miss.
That's fine. That's fine. And where is the entrance to the below deck on the stairs, or
Right, yeah,
are
right
they
there.
on the
These
canopy over here?
No, these stairs right here where Ari's at, those are the stairs that lead down. And then I only clustered all these guys here because they're below deck. And
They're below
could,
deck, right.
yeah, I could actually do this. Let me take them, put them over here. This way they're out of the way.
So if I can, I'm just going to leave and go to the stairs to just guard the entrance of the stairs if I can.
Okay. All right. So that would be, yep, right there. You got it. Cool. All right, it's the sailor's turn. So, no, go ahead.
No, end my turn.
Okay. So Turgid, the captain, goes. He hollers up. How's it going up there? Do you need any help?
Oh, all we can get.
There's blue birds.
Are you sure? You're of the Arcanus. I figured you guys would have this under control. Okay, that's all they're doing for this turn. Joplin.
What?
Yeah, man.
I want to try to puppet one of these birds.
Ooh. Okay, cool. So let's see. What kind of role do they have? They get in.
It's a spirit roll. So whatever their opposed spirit.
Okay,
roll.
so go ahead and give me your roll.
I think it's.
It is opposed. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cast
my
your
spell-
arcane.
Opposed spirit roll to break the spell too. Okay, cool.
Right.
All right. 12.
Nice.
All right, let's do the roll here. And they got a 5 compared to your
Nice.
12, and
Do you get anything for the raise, Tony?
Only a longer control time, I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
yes, it's long.
That's the whole point, though.
Yeah.
Let me see if
So-
I can't. I'm going to try and get the dice rollers kind of cut off there. Let me see if I can't. I'm going to move it a little bit.
I threw myself a 12
There-
with my
there we
D10.
go.
That's a 10 plus a 2.
All right. Well, if I
Great.
move it any further, we're not going to see the boat. So we'll have to call them out to people. So there we go. We just have to make sure that we keep saying what we're rolling. Okay. So you totally dominate this thing, man. Which one was it?
I want this one right here that's next
Okay.
to the one that was shaken.
All right. We're going to put this pink dot on it. That's yours. And you know what? Hold on a second. Let me give you control of it.
Ooh.
There it is. All right. Okay, so you should be able to move it now. Now it has a movement of 80 feet, and each one, yeah, they're big, so it basically can fly all over hill and dale. So these squares here are 5 foot squares. So as you can tell, it can fly all over the damn place. All right, so you've got it under your control. So that's pretty much your turn, though, is getting it under your control. But you have to give it a command, right?
I
That's
was going to say if I can only issue one command this round, it would be protect us, indicating
Gotcha.
the humans. Protect the humans, or mostly humans.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. So you're going to say protect the humans?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. You issue your command. You say protect the humans, and then as soon as you say that, you're like, "Fuck! I hope it understands me." 'Cause it does,
If it doesn't, we've got a bird here.
right?
And all I got to do is be like, Phoenix, tell your bird to talk to this guy.
There you go. All right, Ari, it is your turn.
My first question is, can I tell which one he just took? Can I tell which one he just took over?
There should be some kind of an affectation, a glow in the eyes, or
You
something
tell me
around.
what happens, but it would only be at the moment of it being, because we established this before. Remember that
Right.
it happens right when they get controlled, but then that's it, because you want them to be able to, like the pirate you sent in to try and kill Prince Doru. You didn't want anybody to know that he was under your command, right?
True.
So,
Here's my concern: is normally my magic manifests itself with the quality of my god. so it would be a fiery sort of thing. But this Kekkonen is so interesting.
You're right. And you know what? The manifestation of the magic is different from before. How is it different, Joplin? Tell us.
I think the bird's eyes keep changing shapes.
Changing shapes?
Shapes. Like it goes from a circle to those bird kind of slits to the slits like the animal slits back to, and it just yeah, very,
All right.
very strange shifting sort of thing.
Gotcha. All right. Give me a notice roll.
Okay. 9?
9 is a good enough. Yes, you can tell because basically Joplin did one of these. And
We talked about this.
he pointed towards the bird, so you figured
I
out.
would be able to recognize him doing magic.
And
being
you
a magic-
recognize,
He would,
yeah,
yes.
you recognize the type of humana he's using, and it is
That
definitely
would be
the
Presley Humana. is
yeah,
what they call it.
it's the I'm going to control that thing over there humana that you've heard in the past. So
You did watch that last episode.
I
Then.
did. He's compounding all the things that you find distasteful into one mantra that he can use to invoke your ire.
okay, so what are you doing, Ari?
So I'm gonna go ahead and let Bolt off loose on the one that's just to the. Well, I guess no more back. This one, that one.
Okay, cool.
So only a 5.
Okay, that's going to because this is going against their parry, correct? Or do they attempt to dodge this?
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I've forgotten. It's been so long since I've used it.
It's all right. I completely understand.
Shit, and I do not have it written down. I think it's just against their parry, and I'll look it up and see if I was wrong and if correct it in the future.
Okay, so that misses.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So were you going to do anything else? You could still move if you wished.
No, I just want to stay there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
Brave. I elected not to run downstairs too.
I see that. It's because you're brave, man. All right. It's the bird's turn. First thing that happens is this bird dives on this shaken one. And they just start tussling and grappling in the air and tearing at each other with claws and stuff. Tony, go ahead and roll me a d10.
Joplin will.
I'm sorry, Joplin, roll me a d10.
5.
Okay. And
I
there,
don't know what that means.
and hold on. Now I'm going to roll a d10 for the bird. Okay, excellent.
Oh, okay.
They're engrossed in each other and tearing at each other, but nothing else is happening. So now we've got this guy swooping in here.
Yeah.
This guy's going to swoop in here.
Yeah.
That guy's going to swoop in here.
Looking out for the.
This
I'm
guy's
doing
going
the
to
math, and I'm fucked.
that guy's going to swoop in there. Now, here's the good thing: is this whole swooping in thing? They can really only come at you at one at a time because they're so big, and they're going to like get in each other's way, and it's like they're coordinating it. So here we go. We got one swoop attack. The first one's going to come down on Brian. 7 doesn't hit you, does it?
It doesn't, and then can I counterattack with my edge?
Yes, if you've got that edge, go ahead, man. Kill it.
I do. Plan. Do strike.
Okay, he rolls a
Just
6,
a 6.
which does not. So,
All right.
unfortunately. All right, so now we've got a dive attack that's coming down. Now, Ari, whatever your parry is, we're going to go ahead and we're going to, even though this is coming down from above, we're going to give you a +2 to your parry because of your sort of situated, because you can kind of like dive down and it can't really like totally get at you. So
yeah,
here,
because I could dart farther in the hallway.
exactly. It's sort of like a dodge sort of thing. And it only rolls a 4, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't get you.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so now we've got one coming after everybody's favorite Joplin. 8.
Ow!
Okay, that's a hit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I got nothing for protection.
All right, let's see what kind of damage he does. Oh, that, ooh, that's an explosion. Hold on a second. Let's get another. Okay,
Explosion.
only 10 points
Of what?
of damage. He just raked you with his claws, man. What's your? Oh wait, that's his. Oh, you know what? That's his 2 hit.
I got a
that's his-
6 for toughness, so I'm thinking it might be time to spend a penny on this.
Hold on a second. Let me make sure I did that right. Okay, its 8 was to hit. Its damage was an 8. So yeah, I did do that right. So you're gonna spend a bit. You're gonna spend a penny.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to make him re-roll? You want him to roll again, or
It can't be worse, right, Tony?
I risk it being worse, but
okay?
yes.
Here we go. Here comes the roll. 6.
6 is my no, it still hits me. My toughness parry is 5. Fuck.
Okay.
Your toughness. Your toughness is 5?
No, my
Oh,
toughness
you
is
roll the
6.
attack. You roll the attack.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Then yes, I'm at 6.
Okay, so that's still a hit.
That's still a hit.
Because it rolled a 6. Your parry is a 6, right?
Yeah.
Does defense goes to the attacker or to the defender?
Attacker, of course.
That's what I thought. Okay, so here I'll roll the damage again for you. So we've got a 1 and a 1. So nothing happens. Here. So it worked out. There you go. Okay, and
Best penny I ever spent.
last but not least, we got a bird coming in at old Phoenix up in the crow's nest there, and it rolls a 1. So
That will not hit.
that's not going to hit you. Okay, so the birds have
Will.
gone.
Brian and Joplin's frames are swapped in the feed. Dirtbag, let us know.
Oh yeah, they sure are.
We can get to that later. Just letting you guys, the chat, know that we read, and we appreciate the heads up.
Thank you,
watching.
Dirtbag. I appreciate that. Hey,
can,
hey,
pick that later.
Phoenix, it's your turn, man.
All right, so that one that just swooped me.
Mhm.
Now here's a question. Actually, I know there was rope up here last time, and I carry rope. Do I
Yes.
have a rope on hand?
Yes, there is rope up there that you can easily grab.
Okay, so I lash that around the nearest secure area. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I am going to lash the other end around myself.
Oh no.
Yes.
And with my movement, I'm going to grapple the one in front of me. I mean, not with my movement, sorry, with my action, I'll grapple the one.
Okay, so you're gonna try and get him. Go ahead, give it to me.
Okay, so that's that would be grapples or strength checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 7. Is it opposed? It's a
It is opposed.
check, I guess.
So let's see what he gets.
He's
6.
gotta have. He's grappled, right?
He's grappled. You got him. You got a hold of him.
This is gonna end badly.
I hope so. I just imagine you getting torn away from the crow's nest, and then it lets you go, and you just start swinging back and forth after you drop.
Oh, I've got plans. I've got some serious plans.
All right.
So-
All right.
Oh,
so-
and so it's also worth noting that I would have intentionally left. Like I'm trying to leave more than is like. I was trying to leave. I'm eyeballing it, but leaving
Mhm.
more than enough that if he pulls me away, I'm not going to like immediately like 5 feet away get tagged. But I also don't want enough that I'm going to fall far enough that I would hit the ground. Let's go.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to leave that much length
Gotcha.
so that I would still
There's
be
slack.
airborne.
Slack on it, yeah.
Yeah,
It'd
gotcha.
be between the
You don't
deck
want to
and the
do like you
contact.
did to the dead guy, fall off and just hit the
No, and
hit the
that's
deck of the boat. Okay.
That's exactly what inspired me to try this insane hairbrained scheme.
All right, so it's time to deal some more cards. Here we go. And bloop. Oops, I did it the wrong way.
Oh, and also Sundar would be up here now.
Yep.
Sundar.
I did remember. Thank you for reminding me, though. All right. There we go. All right, let's get the old bloop. Okay, Phoenix, you get to go first.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
now that I've got a hold of this sucker, I'm gonna punch him in the skull.
Do it.
Punch that blue bird in the face.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. 8's a
Yeah,
hit.
he rolled an 8.
Nice.
That's a hit. Yep.
Okay.
For 9 points of damage. Okay.
Is that enough to shake this fucker?
It is definitely enough to shake that fucker.
Okay.
It starts going. Oh.
He's all shook up.
He's all shook up. You got it, baby.
He's shaking like a leaf on a fuzzy tree, I believe is the saying.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
No, it's not the saying.
I am going to punch him in the skull again.
Give it to him.
Another phone. Also, not called shots. For anyone who's watching it is a stickler here.
Yes.
Will knows that he's not applying.
Yeah, this is just
actual skull.
flavor. This is just flavor.
Because we have had people notice that before, and it's a very good call. And I have called shots before. This is not. I'm not trying to do like any ocular nerve damage to this guy. Okay.
He's just trying to kill him. 13's a hit, my man.
Okay.
So that's the you got the raise too, right?
Oh.
Woo!
Yep, he got the raise on. No, I don't know. That's a 12.
No, no.
That's not
He
a
had the
raise.
14.
No raise.
14.
It's a 12 plus. I got I think an 11, and I have a +2 on my.
Yeah, let's
fighting.
see here. Let's see how
Or
many
my
points.
martial-
If it's 4 above the parry, that's a raise. It's not
Oh,
acing
right,
your
yeah.
Oh, it's,
sorry.
yeah, that's right. I
That's
keep
right.
keep forgetting that it is above the parry. Their parry is 8.
It
So,
is.
all right.
So-
So you did 8 points of damage to it because you get your bonus damage into it. So
It'll
eight-
be
2 wounds.
Oh, I see what you
Oh, okay. So this is what happens. You're on it. You're all like, bam, and it just like you push your fist straight into its head, and it crunch, and it bird just like, it just starts falling.
I'm gonna let
To the
go
deck.
away.
Okay, you let go and are. Where did you tie this rope? I'm
the,
assuming
like-
around your waist, or
Yes, yeah, around the waist, and it's like to the central, like mast.
Yes.
Area of this
So how
thing.
far from the did you say from the deck you would go?
Well, I was aiming to be about 10 feet up because I know that's about how high they are.
Okay. So you're basically halfway down the mast, we'll say. I just need from you is a vigor. I need you to give me a vigor roll.
Yay!
You succeeded. Okay. You're jerked because basically when that rope stops, it goes boom, and you go. So, but you are able to not get winded or shaken from it as a result. So now you're just kind of like dangling there on the rope, hanging halfway down from the mast. But this poor thing here, that's dead. And we're just gonna put it right over here. We'll put it right there. And I forgot to say, one of the birds. Well, you know what? Everybody, give me a notice roll. Just a notice roll. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, we got a 5, so Ari notices. 4, Phoenix notices.
I got 10 on my wild die.
Got a 10. Joplin got a 10, so he notices. The only one who doesn't really notice is Brian. That's because he's
I'm
concentrating.
busy.
Yeah, you're busy, man. One of the 2 birds that went diving down into the ocean, you see flying off in the distance, carrying a barrel. Okay,
Oh no.
and another
Strong
bird.
bird.
Yeah, and another bird comes up over here. Well, don't forget these birds are about the size of a horse. So, all right. So that was Phoenix in all his glory. Brian, it's your turn, sir.
I'm gonna yell to Joplin to duck, and I'm going to leap over, leave the range of bird, and attack the one that's attacking him.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just one hit. That's strike.
Okay, you can do
Okay,
it.
good.
I have faith in you and your spear abilities. You
nothing.
rolled a 5, which isn't enough, unfortunately.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right, but you are there trying to get its attention.
Side.
Yep.
I heard the spear. It went whoosh right over my head.
All right, Ari, it's your turn.
Do we know how far away those birds are?
Which birds? These other
The-
ones they're just
Ones
hovering.
that- Well, wait. You just said that there are some that are flying away, right? Or
Just one. Just one is flying away. You saw it like fly over the. It wasn't like directly over the ship, but it was definitely within your. Well, no, you know what? It was over the ship. It flew over the ship, and it's carrying the barrel with it. I'm gonna say it's roughly 100 feet from where you're at right now,
Okay.
altogether, because it is up in the air as well as moving away from you.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to hit the one that's attacking me with a bolt.
Okay, go ahead.
And I miss.
Yeah, you miss. Are you gonna do anything else? You gonna run away or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna run away.
Okay. The captain's all like, "So, how's it going up there? You said you need help?"
Yes, get up here.
Okay. The pirates come running onto the deck.
Sailors, certainly not pirates.
I'm sorry. These sailors come running onto the
They're
deck.
proper, good people.
These are correct.
Proper folk.
Okay. And the captain and this guy are down here on the stairs. So what I'm going to do is now we're going to divide these up here. So how can I do this in a way to make it okay? So we're going to say that these guys up here, Brian. Oh, I know how I'll do it.
Mhm.
I know how I'll do it. Boop. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. That's what I wanted right there. Okay. Let's pick a nice color. Green. Okay, see that guy that's got the green on him there? That.
Oh,
Oh, does that not? I think I gotta. Do I have to do that?
if it's an aura, you're gonna have to enable that for us to
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
see. Dot them, put dots on them.
You know what? I think I'm going to do that. That'll just be easier. Okay. Okay. Green?
I see that.
That's it.
Green? Okay.
Okay.
Those two guys there are going to be under Briam's control. Okay.
Neat.
Yep. These two guys here are going to be under Joplin's control.
Oh, they'll be dead soon.
These two guys here with the blue, these are going to be under Ari's control. And then these two guys here, oops, wrong one, with that brown-like dot, these are going to be under Phoenix's control. All of these guys have crossbows. They have a D6, is their ability to shoot these things, okay? Just so you know.
Oh,
All right? Okay, so we're going to go and say, Brian, what is your two sailors going to do?
this could fire at the closest one. That just makes sense. And well, actually, they're gonna fire the ones that's attacking us.
So
So I
this,
think that would be this one here.
yeah, okay, go
Yep.
ahead.
All right, so roll 2d6s for the both of them.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, a 2
3
and
to 1.
Yep.
2 to
Nice.
1.
Yep, that's 2 misses. Ding, ding. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so now the red that was Joplin's. What are your guys doing, Joplin?
I want them to help out with this guy right there.
Okay, all right.
The, down to that one. So
Okay, so they're going to shoot a couple of crossbows at those guys.
it's hey,
Ooh.
one of them.
One of them might hit. He's got a 6. So let's see what else he gets. 6,
Hey,
9. That's a
nice.
hit. That's a hit. Okay, so now the crossbow damage is 2d6, correct?
Wow.
Let's double
I
check.
think so.
That's
here's
what they're-
weapons.
Strength is, right? That's what-
No, because this is a melee. This is a missile weapon.
Where's mine? Let me look.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d6.
That's
It's
what I thought.
2d6.
Yeah, strength. I got strength plus 2d6, but yeah.
Okay. Is it strength too? I didn't think they would get the strength put on it because it's a missile weapon. That's why he gets the extra die.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, it just says 2d6. It does not have strength, whereas
Yeah.
others do.
Yep. Okay. So
Oh,
it's just 2d6. You got it, Joplin. Come on.
Hang on. Bam. There you go.
Oh! You get to roll another one. Roll another one. That's actually you roll two more. You roll two more because you did it on both.
Hmm.
So roll one more.
The 10.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we could
Okay.
either play that so that's a rate or whatever. No, it's fine. I'm not gonna do that. All right.
Yeah, these are not wild cards. These aren't players. So we got
Right.
12, 10, 16. So you did 17 points of damage. All right.
Certainly, that's got to do something.
Oh, yes, it does. It kills that bird. It falls to the ground. Bang, bang. It is out of there. Yay for the pirates. Okay, now we've got let's go. Sorry, the sailors. We'll do Ari's two guys. It's their turn.
I'll go ahead and have one shoot at the one that's on me,
Okay.
and then the one shoot the other one. That one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Miss and a
yikes.
miss. Okay, and last but not least, we've got the two sailors that are under the control of Phoenix. Go ahead and do that.
Well, so I shout out to them just for justification. I go, hey, up here. And I point up, and they're like, and they start climbing up to the top as well.
Okay, so they're going to climb up to the crow's nest.
They're going to climb up to the crow's nest.
Okay, these are competent sailors. Go ahead and roll their D8 for climbing. Their
D8.
athletics, yeah. One makes it up, not a problem, and he's up there. The other one's up. Other one down there's going, hell no, I'm not getting up in the crow's nest.
And I'm like sort of like flipping him off while hanging just like a few feet above his head.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I think yes. Actually, I should do the captain and the other sailor. So here's the sailor. This one's going to shoot at the one that is attacking you, Ari, because he's on the stairs with you. And he gets a 4 and he misses. And the captain, who also has a crossbow, shall shoot at that one. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, 9. So he hits.
Aw.
He hits. But he only does 3 points of damage, and it does nothing to it. But it was a good hit. So,
Harsh.
all right. So, okay, so that's all of them. All right, Joplin, it's your turn, sir.
I'm going to point at my bird that I puppeted and say, get the barrel,
Okay.
and try to point towards the birds that are, or the bird that's flying away with it.
Ah! All right. It's are you doing it? That's pretty much for you to command. That's your turn, right? You can try.
I believe so.
You could try and do something else, but that would be a multiple action. You would get a minus. Do you want to try?
I got some. I might have some movement left, but
Sure.
he's gonna go away. Can I get on the other? Well, does flanking even matter if these things are hovering?
No, not really.
Yeah, then forget it. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. All right.
Is it?
The bird's turns. This guy takes flying after it. It won't intercept it this round, but it's
That's
going to
fine.
intercept it next round, and because the other one's moving a little bit slower than it is, so it's got that advantage. But we've got the rest of the birds going on. Woohoo! All right, so now these birds are going to start attacking the other guys too. So we've got that guy there. We got two guys here, and okay, it's looking pretty good. And I almost forgot. I got to roll on this bird, see if it's unshaken. It's been shaken this entire time. It's still shaken.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Oh, and yeah, and Sundar, because he's in the Inish. Oh, but it's not his turn.
Going
His
dead
turn.
last.
His turn's coming up. So
Yeah.
he was getting ready.
Fuck
That's
Sundar.
Okay, so here we go. We got bird 1 on our first sailor. The sailors have a parry of 6. Okay, that's a miss. Second sailor. That's a hit. Let's do the damage. Actually, that's a hit. He is shaken. Because they have a 5 is
Wait, what? Their toughness is 2?
No, their
Toughness is.
he's got a 3 and a 2, so it's 5. Their toughness is 4.
Well, I thought that 3 was the exploding die on the 8. Never mind, I lied to you.
No.
I don't know why I keep trying. I don't know what's going on.
Rolling.
Yeah,
luckily, I'm not even really paying attention. Like most of our audience, I
There
imagine.
you go. Now I forgot. No, that was the hit, and then I rolled the damage. So
Yep,
okay,
I see
I
it,
was
I
right.
see it.
I was right. Ari, you're confusing me, which is very easily done. Okay,
You and
so
me both.
we've got one of the birds that's going to attack. Joplin or Brian? Who's it going to go after? Both of you roll me d20.
Well,
Well, I attacked it previously, and I just
he's
left it.
shiny.
That's true.
Still roll for it?
Yep.
Okay.
Look, Brian.
Oh,
Ooh, Joplin's got a 16. This might work out.
Oh no.
and Brian got a 9.
Oh, Brian got a 9. There it is. Yeah, so he's coming after you, Brian.
Okay. So good.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I mean,
4. He
go
misses.
get him, Brian.
Okay, this is the bird attacking Ari. 5. Does that hit?
No,
Okay.
not with the +2 in the doorway at least.
Gotcha. You're good.
Do I counter attack the bird that hit me? Tried to hit me?
You should. I would.
I will. I will.
Oh,
Shit!
Is that
That's a
anything?
hit. He
Oh,
rolled a
nice.
13. That's
Hey,
definitely
look
a
at
hit.
that.
Yep.
Neat.
An 8
Okay.
is their parry. So you got a 5. So
bird
that's
See.
yep. So you get the bonus damage.
Yeah.
It is a raise. Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
So 16 points, and we have another dead bird.
Nice.
All right, good
I
job,
go,
guys.
Way to go!
Okay, so did I roll it? Yep, I did that one. So here's bird's going to attack pirate there. Hits him. Let's roll some damage on him. Okay, that guy's dead.
Oh.
That.
Okay. All right. So let me just make sure. 8, 9, 4, 1. So 6. Nope, he's not dead. I take it back.
Shaken.
He's shaken and has a wound, but he is not dead. So there we go. And let me put his wound on him. Okay. I thought he did 2 wounds. I was mistaken. All right, now we've got a bird that's going to attack the sailor that just got up into the crow's nest. That's a hit, so let's roll some damage. 8. Okay, so he's going to have a wound and be shaken. But he's not dead, so this is good. And the attack coming to Phoenix, who's swaying on the rope. 7 doesn't
That-
hit you.
That does not, sir.
Okay. All right. And that's
I'm
right.
just like I'm swinging there, and I just gotta like spin around. he hits me, but it just like sort of makes me swirl on the rope.
Gotcha. Okay. That was. Did I just pass somebody on that? No, that was the birds. Okay, it is Sundar's turn. He's in.
Finally.
We have Sundar in effect, and he's coming up the stairs, and a gout of fire comes shooting out of his hand like a flamethrower. He hits it.
Woo.
So let's see how much damage. Oh, only 5 though. So it hits it, gets its attention, but it doesn't do any damage to it. It just basically smolders on its greasy feathers.
Gross.
I'm sorry I'm late, my friends. Okay. And we're back to the top of the order. Time to redeal. All right. You guys aren't doing half bad.
I don't know. We're killing birds.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sundar's got an ace. He was quite upset that he didn't kill that bird, so he's going to shoot it with his fire again. Ah. And he misses. That's too bad.
Rough.
Okay. 1 point. 1 point away. You could have got it. All right. So that's Sundar's
Damn
turn.
fair.
Two. These like bolts of fire come shooting out, and then they arc over and go out off the ship into the water. Joplin.
Damn. I think I want to. Are any of these birds close to the deck?
They're all roughly 10 feet hovering above the deck, and
10
then they
feet
just
too tall.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, they come and reach down at you is what it is.
damn things. Damn things.
Let's jump.
Just jump. Well, then I'm going to take a crossbow shot at the one menacing closest to us. Is this one still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive.
Then let's shoot at that one.
Get it.
I wanted to do some,
Nifty stuff? Well, that's
Yeah.
not in the cards right now.
Oh,
Oh, you missed. That's terrible. Sorry. All right. So
Sundar's here now. I'm not worried.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it? You're just going to hold your ground now?
Hold my ground. Try to help out where I can.
Okay.
Shout things to people and make them seem like they're doing a good job.
Gotcha. All right, it's the sailors' turns. Okay, so up here we're going to start with, these were Briam's guys. Briam, one of your guys is currently shaken. So just roll a d6, see if he becomes unshaken.
E6, unshake.
Yes!
Yeah.
Totally
Nice.
unshaken. All right. Cool.
Nice.
So what are they going to do now?
Let's see. I think they're both gonna take the dodge action and run toward us so we can just regroup here.
Okay. Cool.
And I'll give them +4 to their parry.
All right. Now they get, if they've got reach on these guys, they have those attacks of opportunity on them, do they not? That's still a thing in this
Well,
game, right?
if they're within reach, do they have 10-foot reach or 5-foot reach? the
These
whole
are
point
big
is-
birds. They've got the reach. They'll be able to strike at them.
Reach?
Yep.
Yes.
Because basically
Yeah.
their feet are up, and then they just extend out when they go to get the snag on them, and they got big
Makes
long
sense. I like it.
predator legs. Okay, so let's give, but they get a +4, right?
+4.
Because they're defensive. So let's see. Boom.
Defensive. That's
Nope, they missed them. So they're no problem.
Hey, nice.
Okay. All right. So that's their turn. Now we're going to come down here. Well, let's do these guys. These guys here, those are Joplin's, right? Your guys were the red dots, right?
Those are my guys, yeah.
Okay. Now this bird here is still shaking. It's kind of wobbly in the air, but so just so you know. So they would get bonuses to hit it.
That's the bird I want them to go after now.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me some rolls. It will have a -2 because it's shaken, right? Or is that just 1? I think it's 2, right?
I'm not sure.
Shaken gives lowers
Shaken.
your parry?
Yeah. Is it just 1 to your pair or 2?
I don't think it does, man.
I think shaken.
But I don't know.
Oh no. Yeah,
Well,
I think
I don't think it's
shaken.
going to matter either way.
Would you roll
Yeah.
a 1 and a 3? No, it
Well,
doesn't
one
matter.
of the 3.
You're
So
good.
yeah.
Yikes.
Okay.
Good point. They're just swinging at it.
All right.
It's-
That's page 94 for Shaken.
So, all right, Ari, it's your guys is down here. One of those guys are shaken, so give me a D6 roll. See if he's unshaken. Nope, he is not.
And then the other one's just gonna shoot at that guy.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see the shot. It misses. All right.
Nice.
And now we're over here, Phoenix. It's your 2 guys, one of which is shaken, so you
Okay,
can
so it's
roll
a D6, you said?
D6. Give me a D6. He is still shaken.
He has
Okay,
a bad.
but you've got one guy that can still do something.
All right,
That's
he's
done.
gonna, since he's the obstinate kind, he's just gonna sort of like shoulder against the post there. So move in like as close to the post as he can, and then just fire off at the one directly like in front of me. This one.
Gotcha.
Here.
That guy right there.
So what's the attack? It was a
D6.
right?
D6. It misses. All right.
What the
And
heck?
I yell, "Fuck you!"
Okay, so now we've got. I'll roll for the sailor and the captain. So here goes the sailor trying to shoot the one right in front of Ari, misses, and let's do the captain shooting his crossbow.
Hey!
Nope. They got
Aw.
yeah, it's 8. Don't forget it's 8. Okay,
I
so
thought he was rolling a D6, but then I realized it was a D10.
no, it's a D10. He's a little bit more skilled, but a lot of good that did him. Okay, so that's all of the sailors. Brian, it is your turn.
Woo! So I'm going to take a step forward and attack this one that's closest to us. Makes
Gotcha.
no sense to me.
All right, do it, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, hell
Nice.
yeah, dude.
That's nice.
That's definitely going to be a
Yeah, you-
raise.
Yeah, that's a big time raise. So 11
Yeah, I mean,
points.
That's
2 wounds.
respectable.
That's 2 wounds and a shaken. So actually,
nice.
this guy right here, it's dead. These things are only got
Awesome.
2 wounds, so that's another dead bird. It crumples to the
And I'm gonna
the
look
deck
up-
of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Let's focus on them one by one. And I'm going to move over to my pirates to fight with them as a unit. Makes
Gotcha.
sense to me. And it's my turn.
All right, Phoenix. There's just one flapping in your face, trying to get at you with its claws and stuff.
Okay, now I'm going to explain what I'd like to do, and you can tell me what I have to do to try and pull it off. Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, I grab the rope and I just pull myself up a little bit so I can, and I want to swing and plant my feet on the pole and kick off and punch this guy,
Okay.
one in front of me, in the head. After that, I'm hoping that I can use my momentum to swing around and kick the other one. So you tell me what rolls I need to make
Okay.
to pull up. that
So
here.
this is what I'll say. You have no problem with getting up. Normally, the pulling yourself up, placing your feet, pushing forward, that's kind of an action. But what I'm going to
Yeah.
say is, if you get a raise on your attack on this guy here, I'll allow the momentum to continue around and you'll get the second attack.
Okay. So is it just a regular fighting attack, or should I roll athletics?
No, just
or
give me a
something
fighting
like that?
attack. I'll say that you're able to do that other stuff.
I want to Benny that.
All right, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm with you on that one.
Oh fuck!
I'm gonna Benny it again.
All right,
Whoa. Okay. All right. All right.
there you go.
Still raise.
Yeah, it's not
It
alright.
was on worth it.
That's a raise. They're gonna 8.
Not a raise.
It's
It's
a,
an
with
11
the,
and a
it's a
2.
+2. There's no, or is a raise over his attack? You mean
It's
like
the raise has to be over their parry. Their
Oh,
parry
yeah.
is only
I
an
see.
8. I'm right on that, right, Jonathan?
Yes.
It's the raise
Yes.
is over their parry. Yeah. So yeah, that's a raise. You got it. So go ahead and roll damage on this first one.
2 Bennies later.
That's what happens if you spent the bennies. It happens, man. See how that works?
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Ouch. Okay. So let's see. That's 19 total points. Pretty sure you killed it. So 8. So 11. Yeah, it's dead. We have another dead bird. Bam.
And so
Is he going to get a chance to swing around and
Yes.
kick the other one?
Yes, because he got the
If-
raise.
If that is the case, and I never ever say this, but can I have a notice roll to see if I see
Sure,
this?
man. Go ahead. Yeah, you totally see it happening.
I'm just watching.
All right, go ahead and give me that roll on the next one.
Stuff.
okay, so I
Hey,
is
Nate.
That's a hit.
matches it, right?
that's a
That's
hit.
a hit. So roll your damage.
So,
No
I
raise,
kicked
no raise on the damage, so no
No.
bonus damage.
So I kicked off, punched that guy, and I go, shame about the hollow bones, and grabs this thing and swing back around. and I'm coming in feet first to clock this other bird if I can. Let's see.
Holy crap! You hit it right in it. You rolled a 24. So you hit it right in its head, and it spins its head around, and its neck's all going crack, 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 crack. So it's dead. It is dead, dead.
It's a Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And
I'm glad I was alive to see that.
so both of those birds,
when the plans come together.
boom, drop to the ship.
Nice.
Not a problem. Okay. All right.
And then I continue to spin on the rope.
It's the birds.
Now you're out of
turn.
control.
It's like, Joplin, focus. What are you clapping at?
You see that? That's
No.
amazing.
All the birds
We're
start.
fighting birds.
All the birds start flying away. They take off.
Sorry.
Let's do a roll for the attack on this one over here. But it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is everybody can go ahead. If you've got a ranged weapon, you can take a shot at them.
Oh yeah.
Is basically what it is.
Can I
And-
do my bolt as a ranged weapon?
Yeah, it's a ranged weapon. Yeah. And I'm going to just roll for all of the sailors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah,
Okay.
Back.
I almost want to Benny that, but there's no point.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's just pride. It's just pride fucking with you.
There you go. Okay. Now here's the sailors as a volley of crossbows are shot. One hit. So let's roll his
Man, a lot of shit in that group.
Yeah, that's really bad.
right. Oh, look at that! He got another 6.
Oh.
Okay, so
Yeah,
all right,
one more bird.
15. So he got a raise on it too. So he's gonna get. Well, he doesn't get extra damage. He's not special. Yep. And he does 5 damage, and it doesn't do anything. Okay, so the birds tear off. And what you guys see now while you're on the deck of the ship, as you're sitting there watching, the birds are flying off into the distance. They catch up to that fight that's going on between the bird with the barrel. The barrel drops and falls into the water. The birds, the flock of birds go and tear to ribbons the one that was controlled. And its lifeless body falls into the water. One of the other birds swoops down into the water, picks up the barrel, and then the remaining birds go flying off into the distance. Not a bad job. Not one of the sailors died. So good job. And you guys were able to kill quite a few of those birds, surprisingly. So good job. Yay! And none of you got killed either. Yay! None of you guys even took a wound, did you? Tony was close until he bennied out of it.
Tony was never close. Tony is sitting in the comfort of his office.
I'm sorry, Joplin was close.
Oh.
I was not threatened by pirates.
No,
I'm sorry, birds and
birds
sailors.
or sailors.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. All right, well, we're past our break time, so we're going to go hurry up and take the break. I didn't want to go away right in the middle of such a intricate and heavy moment. So we're going to go ahead. So go ahead, get your snackage on, your beverages, hit the restroom, do whatever you got, and then we'll come back for the second and final half of Tales of a Savage Land. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
And it went all the way back to the black joystick, and I was like, where the hell's the ColecoVision?
Hi, everybody. We're back. Coleco.
Answer the question,
Atari,
right?
baby.
Atari with the thing, but the Coleco and television predates the Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
that
I
with the
like that.
knob. Yeah.
These
That was an
graphics
old-
are amazing.
That was an old handshake joke where you go to handshake somebody. Hi, I'm Tony. I'm from the Atari company. Grab their stuff.
I have heard that joke.
That means something totally different where I'm from. All right.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Will.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we're back. Hi, guys. Oh, good times. Yeah, we got to have at least one or two. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the R rating at the beginning for a reason. I mean, come on.
Because of that orgy scene we've never been back to.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'll try to work more orgies in for
I think
you
we're
there,
fine.
Joplin.
If this were
Hey,
Critical
what's up,
Role,
Rigger?
The
Hey, Rick,
entire
what's happening, man?
fan community is devoted to that scene.
Now you see, if we were big enough and had people who were watching that were really good artists, maybe Tony's, damn it, I didn't. Maybe Joplin's fantasy would have been fulfilled, and he'd get a picture of it.
Wouldn't that be great?
It would be. Yeah, but you
You were
know,
right that time.
I got
thanks, Tony.
Joplin on everything. I don't even have my
I
Tony
know,
name
I
appearing
know,
anywhere.
I
I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at those beautiful. What color are those eyes? Green.
They're brown because I'm full of shit. Up there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't want to go that route, but it's all good. Okay, cool. We're back. Okay, so you guys are on the deck. The birds have gone flying away. They have retrieved the barrel, unfortunately. But you guys were correct. They were after the barrel. And none
Why
of...
did they attack us?
Because
Damn
they're...
it.
I don't know. Maybe they're evil. Nobody has detect alignment? Oh, right. That's not this thing.
That's not even this game.
Different game.
So,
Different game.
the captain, who actually has some healing skill, he is attending to his two wounded sailors. Takes them down below and is giving them, what for and what have you. He doesn't right away give the orders for the sails to be furled again, but after those guys are well taken care of, he comes over and he goes, well, I guess now we should probably head back to Lycena, right?
Well, why? Your men are fine. The barrel problem has resolved itself. Let's keep going.
Very well.
Hey, going back there.
He had to give it a shot because he doesn't like you guys being on his ship anymore.
I don't give a fucking shit.
Just shouting to you guys, hey, I appreciate. I hate to interrupt a conversation, but I could use some help.
Yeah, no doubt. You're just hanging from a rope.
Right.
That was amazing, by the way. Just-
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Somebody
know
should cut him down.
I would say that you guys are probably thinking, especially Joplin, that it's like, man, where was this in the arena?
We could have made so much money in the arena.
I mean, for crying out loud, for one, he takes out a guide, then he's swinging around on a damn rope, killing huge vultures.
Two birds midair.
That was actually like I'm going to be replaying that in my dreams tonight. That's one of my most epic role playing moments. I love when because usually you describe what you want to do, you swing and you're like, and then you whiffed it and and you're just hanging out.
Dude, a 24 is badass, man.
I mean, yeah.
Come on, let's be honest here. All right, cool. So,
it's left me hanging midair. So I mean,
yeah. So a couple of the sailors will help get you down. Basically, the guy that's up in the crow's nest will untie it and feed you down to the bottom. So then you're there and can untie yourself without fear of falling to the deck. So then the captain goes, of course, and gives the command. The sails are furled once more, and the ship is again on its way.
And it doesn't have to change direction because Ari finessed it.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's
sure.
not exactly the right one.
Yeah. Why not? We'll say that. Cool. All right. So you guys are all good.
yeah. Well,
Cool.
as soon as there's a moment to breathe, I would gather the group and inform them. Hey, I didn't really get a chance to tell you because we were swarmed by birds, but there was a little Ray was talking in Vindian last night and saying something. God knows what, but
Oh, is this why you want to learn how to speak Vindian, my language?
yeah, that's what I was hoping. I mean, maybe
Well-
I could just ask him to repeat it, though. I mean, that's our her. I actually don't know the gender of the bird. It's hard to gender a bird.
It's very true. You
Say that like you. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Anyways, I go back out of the deck and I bring Ray back up. Hey, can you tell them what you were telling me? Whatever it was.
What did all right, go ahead and go up. It says the very last thing it said when you told it to stay downstairs.
Yeah, no, like Vindian. You're saying like I don't know, say some Vindian, Sunder.
Sunder? Oh, you said it's Sunder?
Yeah.
So he says something in Vindian to the bird, and it repeats back what he says.
Oh fuck.
Did you lose the message?
And then Ray goes, "Oh fuck," in Phoenix's voice.
I'm like Luke Skywalker just punching R2D2 like, hey, come on, play it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, fuck. Okay, well, I'll let you know if he says it again.
Yes, I mean if you're still interested in learning, we've got several days, and who knows how long in the desert I can begin to train. I mean, teach you all of the ways of how to speak my language.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
No, I mean, he's not even gonna say it again.
I do not understand, Joplin. Why would he not want to speak my language?
I don't know. I'm sure he would. It would be a wonderful experience for him.
What's
Yes,
going on?
my
Joplin,
language
you're
is
acting weird.
very beautiful.
No, don't.
What are you whispering? I'm right here. You're clearly talking about me. Could you just?
You know what I was thinking is you could be teaching me how to fight in that time.
Oh,
Because-
that would take a long time, Joplin. I've seen your abilities.
I'm terrible.
I'm
and
sure
that's-
Phoenix will capture and
know,
understand
he's
Vindian way before you're able to fight like
I'm
be
that.
honest,
pretty sure that's
Joplin,
not
you're-
true. That's-
I mean, I don't want to be mean, but you're kind of a slow learner.
And fucking, oh my god.
I'm gonna lick my wounds and go down below decks.
You gonna go read your
Oh,
book?
I don't follow him. Be like, oh, you know what? I could teach you a few things. I could maybe show you.
Yeah. I'm doing it.
All right, cool. So, is there anything in particular that anybody would like to do? Because you guys still have a couple of days worth of journey on the
Well,
sea here.
I'd like to thank the sailors for helping us and just leaving us to die up here. Didn't need to, and
you're,
appreciate that.
the captain kind of ordered us, but I mean, you're welcome. I mean, we had to defend the ship. It's even if it was against scary birds. All these guys act like they're very scared of you. By the way, they don't.
I don't know why.
They don't talk to you. They keep their distance. You know, if you speak to them, of course they speak back. They're not rude, but they definitely keep their distance. You know,
It seems unfair. The last time a bunch of sailors hated us is because we killed all their friends.
No. I'm not there to make him stop saying that.
I thought he went down with you.
Yeah, I followed. Yes, I did follow.
Yeah, good. Well, if they're scared, I'm going to introduce myself as Brian.
Hmm.
And then
They'll-
even if I can
they'll-
just make one person introduce himself to one person, that's all.
yeah, and they'll say hi and they'll introduce themselves. They've got
Sure.
whatever their names are to.
Just while we have a moment of peace, we'll just exchange pleasantries and have some form of normalcy. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
they
it.
talk. Yeah, they talk with you. It's definitely a pressured conversation. You can tell they're just waiting for the opportunity to go. Well, I've got. Oh, look, there's this rope, and they just start coiling it. You know, it's like.
That's fine. First pack. That's all I'm looking for.
Yep. So.
Ari would see, like, kind of become a little bit retrospective, see if there's a connection, make sure that the connection to Zafrish has been severed, and see if I feel any sort of connection to Azael after drinking that liquid.
Okay, so you're gonna like meditate, try to do some humana stuff, or
Sure.
okay. You don't get anything. You don't even get like static or nothing like that. You can definitely, because before you could tell that there was like a presence. You could feel the
Right.
presence of Zafrish.
Right.
Ever since you drank that potion before you guys left Lysena, you haven't felt it, and you still don't. So, yeah.
Alright. So, yeah, after discovering that, it'll just kind of do whatever. Nothing
Okay. All right. Anybody else gonna do anything? in particular?
I would ask Joplin to just like, hey, sorry about the comment earlier. Just hoping
No.
actually that you could. So I know you it's sort of a running joke with the whole gang here. We really need a name for this gang, by the way. We've been together for a long time, but that's besides the point. It's kind of a running joke that I can't really keep track of money, and the honest truth is it's because I'm not very good at numbers. It all just kind of means the same thing to me. I mean, the gold is worth a bunch of something, but I don't really know what it is. I was hoping maybe you could,
Well, help you with. Absolutely, I'd be happy to walk you through it.
Because I mean, I know you gave me a book, but I'm not really good with words either.
I understand, and I've still got your money.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, I wouldn't give it to you if I didn't trust you.
Excellent.
I'm just, I'm easily swindled. I mean, it's not because I'm not street smart. I mean, I can tell when someone's fucking with me, but I mean, I have no recourse but to just give them what they ask for, because if I barter with them, I'm likely to give them more in the first place than they ask for. So it's
that is a problem,
it's kind of
especially when buying shoes.
Why? Shoes really expensive?
They're not. That's the point.
Oh, well,
See,
I mean,
you
so-
need to know these, the basic exchange rates. What things are worth and how much coin to offer.
well, maybe we could play this game. You show me a thing, and I'll guess how much it's worth. And if I go over,
Yes.
I lose, and I.
Yes, it's a game that's closest without going over. So you're trying to come in just under the price.
I think that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, let's. And for the rest of the,
We just have random items.
we're playing Price is Right with the shit.
I said, is the value correct or not? Because we don't want to trademark anything.
Yeah, we don't want Drew Carey calling up the stream.
And surprisingly enough, that interaction between the two of you weirds out the sailors even more.
Because we're like grabbing, we're like, hey, give me that thing hanging off your belt there. I just need to. How much is this? How much do you pay for this? And
Which leads into a story that Joplin tells you about this one guy he knew at this
Yeah.
one
Yes,
tap.
and that's
And then 20
everything.
minutes later, he goes, a copper or two.
and that guy's still standing there and go, oh, sorry, here's your thing.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Okay.
Interestingly, are we going into an area of the world where they use a different form of money?
No,
that we're
because
used
this
to?
is actually still the Shanish Empire where
Okay,
you're going.
so we're all good anyway. Everything I'm
yeah.
teaching, we're going to change the minute we hit shore, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Dalapur is, and remember, like I said, even though Lycena is a free city on its own island, it is smack dab it's like the Vatican City. Think of it that way. Everything around it's Italy, and then you got the Vatican City. So that's sort of how Lycena is within the Shanish Empire, because the Shanish Empire pretty much controls the Mavi Sea and all around the Mavi Sea. They have. There's more political stuff on the eastern coast of the Mavi Sea with the Gulkin hordes and those Mongol type guys, but for the most part, yeah. Now going into the Vezin Desert, there's nomads and different stuff, and you'll start getting into other peoples, but that's when you leave out of the civilized lands. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. That's good. All right. Does anybody else want to do a thing? Brian's good. Besides talking with the crew. Cool.
I was trying to get some study and meditation down so that I could get this strong caster thing happening.
Ah, yes, the strong caster.
That's
thing.
the reason I went to the library in the
You
first
did,
place.
and you
this
got-
other goddamn book at me.
And you got your one of your 3 good studyings done.
I did.
You did. Now you're going to have to get another place of study. Perhaps Dalapur has one, and you can
Oh,
do some
shit.
proper
I can't
studying
do that
there.
boat.
No, because you I guess I'll read my own books. That's not really the type of studying you need to do. You
But I'm gonna go back
could.
and read that book on Kit Conan again.
I would say this, though. If you were to convince Ari to sit down and tutelage you on on the magics that she knows, because she is a sorceress, and this is the type of thing that you need to study into. If you were to convince her to tutelage you for the remainder of the cruise, which is like 3 days, I will say that will count as one of your 3 studies.
The Grace's face is like,
You know what,
I
Grace?
wonder if
I
I'm
have to
gonna-
compliment you
Are
on
you gonna
how
convince
well you
me?
play Ari. You've got Joplin really perplexed on whether or not he even wants to approach you with a proposition.
My very first question is her door closed?
I don't know. What's Ari doing?
I would say she's probably on the top. She's probably just kind of watching, sitting. She's not down in underneath the deck or anything.
Okay. Is anybody going to take a look at these birds before they're thrown overboard?
Fair enough. I probably should.
Okay.
I don't think I would. Actually, no, I would. I'm pretty curious about what they are.
Okay. They are. All of you give me a common knowledge roll.
Common knowledge. Common.
Not surprised, but that was not a great rule for me.
Ari, that's good. You got a 5. That's a good roll there.
Nice.
Brian.
Nice. All
Okay.
those books, Brian reads.
That's exactly what it is.
Mythic creatures.
And
all
you
that.
recall one of the stories that you had read, of one of your heroes and what have you. There's a particular story that talks about vultures, and a hero being in the desert having to fight against the vultures, trying to get him as he's trying to find water, all this sort of different stuff. And you draw a lot of correlation between what you remember reading in the story, what it said about the vultures, and these things, as far as some similarities. Like I said, they are different, though. They have teeth. They have these greasy black feathers, and like the feathers are so resilient that you would even think that somebody could probably make armor out of their feathers.
Wow.
Even so, there you go.
I expressed that to who was looking at it with me, to anyone who was just letting the knowledge, seep out wherever it can.
Yeah, and basically you get pretty much the same kind of conclusion that Brian had, but you didn't come to the conclusion of the armor part of it, because you don't deal with that sort of stuff. You're like, well, big ass feathers. You could turn them into some probably badass quills, but yeah. There you go.
My common knowledge roll, I'm sitting on a barrel nearby going,
How much is this worth?
Bird? Looks like a bird.
Bird.
Good
So
boy.
if
That's right.
if Ari has a minute, I will ask her if we can speak of the arcane.
Well, by all means, go ahead.
What about it, Joplin? What do you want?
I've since Pearden gave me this power, I haven't harnessed it correctly. It burns like a real, actual, literal fire inside of me, and I find myself being far more aggressive than I ever was, doing things I never imagined, and I don't think it's manifesting itself correctly inside of me. I've been trying to learn more about connecting to the weave, making it a more direct, easier connection, more control, focus.
I
You
don't
used
think
to have
direct
these.
connections are easier. The weave is a very scary thing to cross over.
And now that I've touched it in such a small way, I understand that. Yeah, it's very much like that. I'm not the kind of a person that would go into a room and just create columns of fire for the sake of calling out a bandit leader. That's insane. And yet I did it.
And who is this Pearden. Who is this person you are trying to derive your powers from?
Well, you know who
He's-
Pearden is. Pearden is an Ashira, basically worshipped by a number. He is probably one of the more well known of all the Ashira, and this is the manifestation, the name that is given to this manifestation by the Brythland people and like the Shanish in this region. But he is known by a couple of different names. He's a manifestation of the sun god, is what he is.
Right.
Yeah.
I was more or less asking for Joplin personally. Like,
He's a god of fire to me. All things hot and bright. But I don't feel his morality. I don't know what he wants from it. I just feel an urge to burn.
I think we need to make our own morals. We don't need to follow the tenets of someone else's.
Well, he's also cut me off from these powers when I did not.
So you're doing this out of need to strengthen yourself, not out of need of following this god.
Well, don't let him hear that. But whatever connection I can get, yes, I will take it. I've been looking for it for years.
I'd go ahead and help him at this point.
It's going to take up the rest of the trip.
Yeah, it is.
Just give me some liquor and you're fine.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
More ale, more mead.
So what did we decide? Because you don't have the study. It was smarts, correct? We had you do a smarts roll.
I believe so.
Okay, so we're going to combine it into one roll because unless anybody else has anything that they're going to be doing, the rest of this voyage goes without a hitch. You don't, there's a ship or two that come into sight, but nothing that alarms the captain or anything along these lines. So everything's going to progress fine until we'll do something, until you pull into port. So you can go ahead and give me a smarts roll, and we're going to need a success for Ari's tutelage to be successful. And you know what? Let's do it this way. Well, this could benefit you.
Okay.
It could also hinder you, but we'll see. So what we're going to have Ari do is you have your research roll, right? Your research skill.
Yeah.
We're gonna consider this also for your teaching. So you can give a roll on your research, and if you ace it, if you get a raise, you will give him a bonus to his smarts roll for him to learn it. So
I'll let you go first.
All right. Where'd it go? There it is.
Okay.
Ooh, what the
Just-
fuck? We'll
just-
go ahead and Benny it. It's still a 4.
okay.
It's not much better.
So
It's not much worse.
so you know what, this falls in line with how it should be because Ari's a shit poor teacher. Let's be honest.
I
here.
mean, yeah.
She was
You
never
said
going to
you
fully
fucking
commit.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's like, well, you just do this. Well, you,
Like,
yeah. She has little patience for it.
I imagine that's true.
Okay, so your smarts roll is just going to be a straight up smarts roll then. There's no bonus from Ari's tutelage.
I'm going to bet you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double threes, I would hope so. All right.
I moved
And
this
by
up to
the
a
way,
D10.
we did not say Ari rolled a 5 and a 2 on her wild die on her first roll, and that's what she decided to Benny. And then she got a 1 and a 4 on her wild die. So while successes, it wasn't like I said she needed to get a raise, and she did not do that. So
okay.
I got a 5 on my
that's a
wild die.
success.
5.
That's a
That's-
success. That's
I got a
success.
1 on my D10. My
Yes.
smarts die with a
Yeah.
1.
And Tony on his first roll got double threes. That's why he failed and bennied. So how many bennies you got left there, guy? You got a persistent.
think, right?
One less now. I just got the. Well, I spent the one. I spent the persistent, and now I'm going to take one from my
Okay.
thing.
That's fair. You have to mark off the 2 bennies I spent earlier.
Okay. So, as the rest, like I said, the rest of the voyage, no big deal. Ari, don't have any more situations like you did before. Ray does not speak in bless you in Vindian again. Tony, you are God damn it.
Joplin.
Joplin, you are.
I'm wearing the ascot.
I know you are still reading this book again and again.
The Kekkonen book.
The Kekkonen book, and each time you read the Kekkonen book, that burning fire you feel inside of you of Pearden gets a little bit less. A little bit less. And are you still going and praying in the morning and all that?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
but I'm adhering to it. But
yeah, you're adhering to it, but it's like it was before. After you first read the Kekkonen book, it's like wow, and then you went to go pray, and your heart just wasn't really into it anymore.
it's a bit more empty now. But
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Keep it up.
And Brian, you don't have any more of those like flashback things or anything along those lines. Although, anytime the ingot touches your flesh, it starts to glow again and starts to get warm. Not uncomfortable, but it starts to glow, get warm. So you would have to, if it weirds you out, you got to have something in between you, some sort of like, on top of your shirt or something along those lines.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So the land. It's third day out from the attack by the birds. In the morning of that third day, land is seen in the distance as you're starting to come closer, and then you start to see a little twinkle in the distance of a city, and you're getting closer. And Dollapur it's not compared to Lysenna, it is very small. Okay. But it also is, unlike Lysenna, not a conglomeration of different types of architecture and peoples. It is definitely got the same architecture and what have you of all of the different types of Shannis stuff that you would see. So you're familiar with it, but you're not familiar with seeing all this one type of architecture because of being in Lysenna. The boat starts getting closer to the natural bay and where Dollapur is situated on the Mavi Sea. And at that time, a dove flies onto the ship and goes to the poop deck where the steering is and all that different stuff, and where Target, the captain's at. And you see him like he's looking at the pigeon and whatnot, and he like was messing around with its leg for a little bit, and then he like after he gets it off, he just tosses the dove up into the pigeon, I'm sorry, up into the sky. No, he tosses a dove and Prince is on board. He tosses the pigeon up into the sky again, and then it flies away and it flies back towards the city. And then you see him starting to undo a piece of paper, and he gets this piece of paper out and he starts reading it. Okay, so nobody does anything right away. So after he reads it, Target goes, my dear passengers, there's a message for you.
For us.
Yes.
All right.
I'd make my way up to the poop deck, giggling all the way.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. And whoever comes up first, obviously Phoenix is the first one to come up because he said he was, so he gives the message to Phoenix.
And I look at it.
Okay.
And I go, I look back at Turk and I go, it's a doozy.
Yes.
Phoenix, would you like me to take a look at that for you?
I think it's best that we get a second opinion. Yeah.
As well, yes.
Okay.
An additional opinion to yours, of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
Now
of course.
take a look at it.
I have read it, and I look directly in Turget's eyes and go, I can read.
So, Brian, are you going to just read it and then pass it off, or are you going to
I'll read
it
it
out
out.
loud?
No, I'll read that out loud. To
Okay.
Practice my pronunciation.
Greetings, my friends. I find, unfortunately, that I have bad news. Oh, we got something from somebody. I heard a boom thing go off. So somebody is, and I don't have the correct thing up. So I'm going to say thank you. There it is. Victor Vile. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate the follow. Very much so, sir.
Don, Victor,
Thanks, Victor.
Kyle, Daddy
Welcome.
Yeah.
We got some
we
people,
just,
hey.
Wait,
just got a good follow. Thank you, sir.
is Grace gonna say Victor Vile now, in her telemarketer voice?
Yes. Go ahead, Grace. It's canon. You have to do it now.
Victor Vile. That was horrible.
Yeah, that wasn't too
That's-
good.
that's-
We'll come back. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. So
Yeah, give me a second.
I gotta say though, Victor, man, that definitely sounds like a supervillain name.
It does.
Victor Vile. That sounds straight out of a Stan Lee comic book, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Don't worry about interrupting. You followed us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, Victor, we love you.
So,
I think we're good friends. I think.
oh yeah. Brian starts reading it and he goes, "Greetings, my friends. I am sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings, but if you follow my instructions properly, we should be able to resolve the situation with little to no circumstances occurring that would impede you from your mission. My name is Mansour, and you guys know that that's the guy you're supposed to meet.
The guy we're supposed to meet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there seems to be quite a bit of a disturbance here in Dalapur, with many people looking for a band of people that fit the descriptions I was given of yourselves.
Why though?
Well, since it's
Pass the
since
paper.
since it's a letter.
Why?
If you were to just take precautions when your ship comes into port and hide on the ship itself, I will come aboard and make sure that you are escorted off safely to my residences. 1,000 pardons for this inconvenience, and I look forward to meeting fellow members of the Arcanus. Love and kisses, Mansour."
Hide? This man doesn't know us at all.
And
Same-
so after you
That's
read
about
that,
the kisses.
Turgid is up there. Turgid goes, I've got a place that I can hide you guys. I've got a secret room, so you guys can, when we pull into port, you can just hide in that room, and everything should be fine.
Han Solo over
Thank
here.
you, Turkey.
Very good. You're a bit of a smuggler, too.
I used to be in part of the Azure Brotherhood. He looks at you like, duh.
Yeah.
How recently?
Oh, I haven't worked for them for years now.
Okay,
We had a little bit of a misunderstanding about, well, monies.
Right, you've told the
Yeah.
story. Sorry, it's been a few days and a few birds.
Us, too.
Yes,
Same thing.
yes.
Misunderstanding
I
over money.
Yes, yes, and I appreciate you. I know I was a little apprehensive about you all after everything that occurred, but I do want to say thank you for helping save my crew. At least what you did save. I mean,
On-
then he starts
on
getting
that-
sad and rethinking what he's saying, and he's like starts turning and walking away. As if, yes, but half of my crew did die. So.
Hey, and I want to stop him, and just on that note, Turgid, I feel mildly responsible for having shut the lights out on the guy who shut the lights out on your crew. So
Well, please don't take this as any
Right.
offense, but the sooner I can have you off with little disturbance from my ship, I will appreciate it. No offense, but
None taken.
you people deal in matters that are far beyond the normal, and well, fortunately, that's not for me. The Arcanist, yes. Anyway, but thank you. I appreciate it. Your contact's name is Mansour Al-Faris.
Alpharess.
Al-Faris. Mansour. So, and he's going to. You were told that he would meet you at the docks when you came into town. How he would know that you were going to be there, you don't know. But you're starting to think too. You didn't see it happen, but your boy Turgid probably sent a pigeon when he was close, and it took a message into town probably. So, okay, so he takes you below decks, takes you into the. He takes you into the hold, and then he goes over. He wheels some barrels out of the way, and then he pops out a section of wall. It's a couple of feet wide, and he moves it to the side. And on the other side of it is a little room. It's basically the room's roughly about 6 feet wide by 10 feet deep. And it's this is where you can stay, and
Well, why don't we just get off the ship? I mean,
No, this will do. Feels like home. Thanks.
how much news could have traveled ahead of us? Who could be here looking for us? And if there are some people looking for us, let them find us.
yeah,
Who they are.
Rigger, he cleaned up all the blood out of there, so they're not wise to that. Rigger said it was a torture chamber.
And
not
he-
wrong.
Well,
I'm just
somebody
gonna sort of
knew
make
enough to
myself
send
comfortable in the corner.
a bunch of vultures after you, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'd get in. I wouldn't.
So everybody gets in, obviously, except for Joplin.
No, fine. I'll get in a tiny room.
Okay, and then once you're all in there, he puts the wooden thing into place. There is a lamp in there on a stool. There's a hurricane lantern that's in there so that you guys can light it for light. And then he closes it into place. You hear him scraping and moving the barrels back and what have you. And he doesn't take you down and put you into it, and then you're sitting in there for like 12 hours. It's nothing like that. He waits until you guys are close enough to shore right before he's going to dock and then meet with the Port Authority and all that different stuff. So then basically you wind up being inside this room for roughly 3 hours. Okay?
God damn it.
During that time, I'd want to raise a question with the group. Listen,
What do you think this costs?
It's actually
We're out.
it's a good point. It's actually relevant. I mean, maybe you guys aren't privy to this, but me and John have been playing this game in our free time where he asked me to try and guess the value of something, and he kind of corrects me when I'm way off. I've been getting a lot better at it, but I have a question because I wanted to leave a little bit of gift for our captain here. I figured we killed about half of his crew by accident, by no fault of our own. But how much do you think half of a crew is?
How much do you think a human life is worth?
Yeah,
No, what
How
he's
much?
saying is how much does it cost to replace a crew member?
Yes.
No. I'm specifically asking the value of human. I mean,
No, you're not.
I mean, Code Phoenix. Did he suddenly get very existential on this boat ride?
I mean, someone bought me. Someone bought my mom. How much is it worth? I mean, I'm genuinely curious. How much do you pay for
don't know.
that? No one ever told me. I mean, I paid my way out, but it's not the same you pay to get in,
In a perfect world, Phoenix, that kind of thing wouldn't happen. In a
it's not
world
me.
in a world of contracts, you have employers and employees, and both benefit from the other. The employer pays the employee does the work for the employer. and everybody does good.
Make any sense to me because see, I've always room and board. I mean, these guys have a place to sleep. They're being fed and they're getting paid too.
Believe it or not, probably a living wage, commensurate with the work they're doing and the risk they're taking.
That
So,
seems
what you
unreasonable
want-
to me, but
What we would want to do is to help the captain be able to afford to pay for more help on his
Right.
voyage back.
right, maybe I didn't quite understand what they were.
But
So that's
let's
a different
let's-
value.
let's not buy people.
Right. No. I mean, I didn't think you owned those guys. I just thought maybe it was, around the same cost. Because I mean, they're dead. I don't know. I couldn't quite. It's topsy turvy.
You're doing very good.
Your
You were
heart's
doing-
in the right place. Absolutely.
How do you? I mean, they're dead. What do we
You
do?
don't. I think he put it most succinctly that the best thing we can do is get off his ship, and hopefully it won't be any longer now.
That's probably for the best. Yeah. Maybe on the way back we can, find some way to repay him for.
Well, dropping him some coin sure would help. Just saying.
Well,
T-Rex
and-
doesn't have control over his coin.
I have control.
You
I
does.
just have, I have there's someone limiting my bandwidth.
Yeah. He's got a filter, is basically what it
a little
is.
bit of-
It's still available to me. It just must come a little slower than it normally would.
What would, I don't know, half a dozen 10 crewmen cost a captain?
Roughly, I would think probably something like a cup of silver a head. Probably like for good quality, competent crew to go and recruit onto the ship, 5 silver a pop would be.
How many bodies did we throw in the ocean?
And I think
10, yeah.
So we're talking about 50 silver.
Hmm. That's substantial. I mean, that's half his crew were killed in that. So
Maybe we could. I mean, I'm not equipped at this point to be putting out that kind of funds. I mean, normally I would. You know me.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but you are.
I am. Oh no, I've only
You
got
are
8.
Yes, you do. But gold is worth more than silver, so you have a lot of silver.
No,
I mean,
I've only got 10 silver.
How much is silver is to a gold here?
like 20 or something.
20.
Yeah, something crazy like
yep,
that.
20 silver to a gold.
I'm sorry, no. One
20
gold is 200.
Oh, is it
never
200
mind.
silver to a gold? Okay.
Oh
my
no,
bad.
no, I got that backwards. Yeah, I got it backwards. One hawk is 20 talents. Yeah, 1 to 20.
1
Yeah.
to 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20.
It gets crazy when the copper goes to
Yeah.
to silver.
Trakal. Mhm.
So it would be basically 2.5 gold.
Yep. 2.5
Two.
gold.
Oh,
And-
I've spent that on nothing.
And when
You
don't tell me that.
literally spent it on nothing, I imagine.
I did.
But now you see what that can get you, and we can leave that for the captain if you like.
I think that'd be best. I mean, if anyone wants to pitch in, I'd be happy to do my part.
You know what? I'll help you out there.
Sure.
So if it's 2.5, that means each of us does 1. No, each of us does a half. Right?
Fractions are gonna come later. We're gonna get there, and you're gonna enjoy it when your mind wraps around it. It's gonna go kaboom about how fractions
I
work.
can imagine. I mean, I can teach you a thing or two about music and it'd blow your mind.
Actually, it's the fighting that I need to get better at.
Mm.
Yeah, you guys
Fighting
definitely
old pals for
have
short term.
the money. I mean, you were given your advances before leaving.
I'll throw down a gold if Phoenix will throw down a gold, and Brian
Yeah.
can pick up the half if he wants to.
Sure.
I'm not jumping.
Yeah.
You notice they didn't ask you, Ari.
Yeah, we looked.
You do not owe him anything. He can make this on his own.
Don't worry, we
The
know.
contract that he's paid for by the Arcanist, no doubt in my mind. We don't owe him a single thing.
Okay. So, you guys are in there for roughly 3 hours.
Go
And-
through
and
everything. in the world.
You hear a lot of boots and foot, traffic up above you and people moving stuff and doing different things. As you think what they did is because as the ship was coming in to dock, even before it was right when during the dawn, they were prepping the cargo anyway. So the cargo's ready to go. So it didn't take long for them to unload their cargo because the cargo really wasn't their main mission anyway. You guys were. The cargo is just the cover, so to speak, And he made some coin on that anyway. And then a little bit later, you hear the scraping. You hear some muffled voices, and then the scraping as the barrels are moved out of the way, and then the door part of the wall is popped out and moved aside, and it's the captain. Turgid is the guy who opens it, and he goes, "It's free to go. Your friend Mansour is here."
I'm holding up the hurricane lantern, going, "How much do you think?" Never mind, it's time to go.
Oh,
Okay, so as you guys come out of the hiding place, you notice that a lot of the cargo that was in the hold, of course, is gone. And there, standing with his hands, there you go, standing with his hands on his
I don't know how
hips,
they have that.
in flowing robes, much like like a Bedouin would wear, or a man of the desert, is he's a pretty decent sized guy, about 6 foot ish. Kind of rotund. He has a nice round belly to him, and he's got kind of a splotchy Abe Lincoln kind of beard thing going on. And when he's beaming and smiling, and when you come out, "Oh, my friends, it must be you, because you are the hidden ones. Hello, I am Monsieur Alferes, and welcome to Dalapur. And you must be Ari. Ah, a beam of beauty sent down from the heavens above, obviously. And Priam, obviously. Look at you, so regal, so knightly in all of your armor. And look at this tough man. I bet you could tear the horns off of a wild bull. You must be Phoenix."
No, I really couldn't.
No, I'm not talking to you, sir. But you are the quick-witted one, I can tell. You must be Tony. There. No, you must be Joplin.
Working with
You
you.
must be Joplin. I, of course, as I said, am Mansour. Come, go. Oh, but wait. And he goes over, and you notice that there's a bag on one of the barrels that's down in there. It's just like a leather bag. And he reaches in, and he pulls out some white clothing of some sort, and he goes over and he starts handing it to each of you. And here, I have one for you, and one for you. Please put them on. And they're like similar. They're like a robe, just a single you pull over sort of robe kind of thing. And he waits until all of you guys pull them on. Quick, yes, put them on. Put them on.
I have my own cloak that I was going to wear.
Oh no! We must make sure that we arouse no suspicion, and I have the perfect way of doing it. So please, put them on.
I was hoping I was going to be Elvis for a little while.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it on. I'll put on.
Does everybody put them on? Okay. And then afterwards, then he reaches in the bag again. He gives each and every one of you a smaller white thing, and as you start looking at it, it says, "This is a cover. These are worn by wives so that other men cannot see them. Now go ahead, put these on. It'll be a perfect disguise. You shall be my wives, and I shall be taking you back to my estates. Yes, no one will think to stop us and look."
You are gonna have 4 wives.
Oh yes. Well, I currently have 6 of my own, so it might be a little unbelievable if I run into anyone who might know me well. Who would have 10 wives? I mean, come on. But yes,
I live with 20 sex workers, so who am I to judge?
we must
look
talk
nothing like-
more, Phoenix. We must talk. I hear there's going to be some great stories that come out of you.
You'd be surprised they're actually not that exciting. When you live there, it's not. Anyways, let's just go. I'll be a wife. Whatever.
I understand. After you live with a wife for a while, it's not as exciting as it used to be. I have an awful lot of chores that I'm required to do. But nonetheless, quick, yes, put them on and we shall go.
I could have been the great one. I could have been Elvis.
Well, you are a great one. You're pretending to be one of Mansour al-Fasir's wives. That is a great honor.
And
Yes.
here we are in what I hear some people call Graceland.
No one calls this Graceland. At least, is that what the Lysen is calling Dalpur now? I mean, it is a
Land of
grace to
grace.
live
Sorry,
so
land of
close to.
grace.
No. Anyway, come, let's go.
Look, if it gets us out of this boat, let's just
But
do it.
this is just
Okay, so you guys go up top. Now, of course, it is still it's still during the day. It's later in the afternoon by the time all this rigmarole is done. And you guys go up on top. There's a gangplank that's down, and it goes down to these are not. It reminds you of not so much the public docks, but more of the private docks in Lysenna, where the private docks, most of those are stone, and the public docks are wood. These are stone docks, and this area seems to be kind of more on the upscale, so to speak. He takes you out onto the deck. You go down the gangplank to the wooden docks, and then onto the stone docks, and you walk over onto the wharf area. And there, waiting for you, are camels.
Yes, I'll.
Says, please, I have one magnificent beast for all of you. Here, if you need help up, I can help you. Have you ridden one of these animals before?
No, I no idea what to do.
Oh, well, here, allow me to show you, my dear. My wife. Yes. And so he shows you how to get up and gives you a quick little instruction on how to ride the camel. And then he gets on his camel, and there is a rope from his camel connected to all the other ones. So then he starts riding, and he as you guys start riding away, he turns around and goes, "Now, until we leave the city, try not to talk." Thank you. Excellent. All right.
All of us can't talk.
It would be wise not to. Oh,
Are we even allowed to ride camels?
yes. You're in the presence of your husband. Of course you're allowed to ride camels.
Oh, I
Why
see.
would you be allowed to ride camels? And so you guys start traveling down the wharf, and then from the wharf you're going, because essentially how it sits, and you sort of saw some of this as you were coming in on the boat. There's the dock area of the city, and it is a walled city. Okay, but the city kind of like goes back further. It doesn't stretch out wider. It's kind of like a channel. And as you can tell, there's a lot of vegetation and what have you in this area. You can tell like there's like a natural spring and what have you. And Dalapur is kind of like built around the water and the vegetation and what have you. And then more so on the right and on the left it's not sand desert, but it's dry land. and what have you. And he leads you, and you ride for a good 15, 20 minutes, and then you get to a gate that leads actually from out of the wharf area, goes into a small district that is very narrow. There's like only a couple of streets, and then they run off up into the city. You get to another wall, you pass through this gate, and after the third gate in this manner, with each gate that gets closer towards the last wall being of poor neighborhood. And then at the last gate, you guys exit out and you go into the dry lands. And then only a couple of minutes after leaving the gate and heading out on a road outside of the city, Mansoor turns around and goes, "All right, my friends, you can all speak again if you wish. Welcome again to Dalapur. There it was. Perhaps we can go back at another time, but we're going to go out to my estates where, well, there's just frankly less people looking for you." Well, no
We
people,
take off
because
these
it's my
bro.
estate. So
Our lives.
Oh, you can
I'm
take
con-
those off now if you wish.
I'm confused. Why are people looking for us?
I was hoping you knew. Yes,
How would we have known?
I don't
How
know.
did news reach Dalapur about us?
That is a good question that I would like an answer to. And I don't know. The Arcanus has sent message wishing me to investigate a little bit. But I'm not an investigator. I mean, I could ask you a little here, a little there, but I'm a guide. The desert is my second home. Well,
So you
really
were
my
the
first.
one- You were the one who knew we were coming to town.
Well, yes, the Arcanus had let me know in advance.
Okay.
I understand what you're doing. You're implying that it was me.
How do we know it's not?
Well, I'm a loyal man of the Arcanus. I would not say anything. You're coming here is to be hush hush. Your entire mission is to be secret. So I don't know.
I gotta say, I don't think he would do that. I mean, he's dressed us up like his wife. He's taken us to his home. And he seems, I mean, he could have just offed us in the boat if he needed to, you know?
Exactly.
True.
Your mission is far more important than any kind of coin one would get for being such a traitor's serpent. And he spits.
So you do know why we're here, then? Is that right?
Yes, I do. And it is an extremely important venture, and I will do all within my power, and I will even, if necessary, give my life to ensure that it is achieved. Oh, and I forgot,
Thank you for saying that.
Sunder is with you too.
God damn it.
He's not saying anything. He's just like, it's, oh, okay. He's got no problem. So it's like, but I do not know how anyone knew that you were coming. But I do know this. The people who are searching for you, well, it's the Royal Guard.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Why
right?
are they searching for us? Searching to execute or searching to...
No one knows. All they know is that information and actually some renderings that are quite accurate, now that I am able to see you in proper light, have been circulated around the city. It appears that the Sultan himself is interested in you.
Well,
Which I have passed this information on, of course, to the Arcanus and to Ogrit. How is my friend Ogrit?
He's
Fat.
Oh,
jolly.
good. So he's the same as always. Yes, this is very good. So then he goes. You guys ride for a little bit longer. If you have any other questions for him, you can definitely ask.
Well,
But-
having heard that they have images circulating of us, I spent 10 silver on all the desert gear, so I got my duster on, but I would throw on the goggles and put on the head wrap so my face is obscured.
Yeah. And as you're
Uh,
doing that, it's like, oh, my dear boy, you don't need to do any of that now. I mean, we're not in a part of the desert where that's necessary, and I can tell that there's no sandstorm coming. You're fine. Trust me.
This isn't for protection from sand. I mean, that is what it's for. That's what I spent the money for, but it's not what it's for now.
Oh,
It's in
you're
case-
wishing to hide yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's.
And I don't want to dress like your wife anymore. No apologies. You're a very handsome man. Anyways.
Oh, well, thank you. As are you.
He starts blushing.
Okay. So you guys travel for basically a good half hour. Now you're hugging the coast. So like I say, it's kind of rocky, it's dry, but there is vegetation and what have you. And then eventually, as you crest over a hill, you see a walled compound ahead of you. Has several buildings to it. One which is a 3-story large building. There's obviously stables and what have you, and it has a mud wall, the baked mud wall that surrounds the entire thing. Before he gets to the gate, Mansoor gets down, and the gates open up even before he's out of the saddle of his camel. A couple of servants come out to take the reins of the camels, and then moments after that, a gang of kids come charging out. Oh, Dad! Oh, there's all these kids, and there's like 15 kids ranging in age from just like a good 4 years old to a couple of early teens, and they're all coming out and they're hugging on, and he's kissing all of them, and they're all of obviously you can tell they're all of Mansoor's children. He says, "My children, and somewhere else would be the other joys of my life," and you can see he starts yelling it so that if anybody's close by could hear, "Would be all of my wives." And he goes, come inside. We will eat and you will rest, and then we will make plans for your traveling into the desert. You have a map, I was told.
Yeah,
You might.
recently reacquired. Yeah.
Excellent. And so you guys go inside of Mansoor's house compound, and the gates are closed behind you. And as they close shut, if this was a TV show, when they close, boom, the end credits come up for this episode. Dun, dun,
Yay.
dun.
I'm getting some very like a fistful of dollars vibes for this baked mud house here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very similar to something like that. It's a much larger compound.
Fistful of dollars. That's like more than $2.
That's good.
Absolutely.
I got that
very
reference.
Good. That's good. Yeah. Hey, everybody, I want to say thank you for tuning in and watching Tales of a Savage Land. I don't think we even said what episode this was when we were first starting out. This is
It's 21, I believe.
episode 21, yeah. It is
Wow.
very much so.
And thank you to all the people who have been here through all of those 21.
Yes,
Absolutely.
very much so.
Even if you weren't here for all of them, thank you for being here for most.
And
I'm
thank
just
you
trying
for
to-
all the new people who have found us. We appreciate all the viewers and everybody who's tuned in, very much so. I want to say, like I said, thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching. If you're new, I think I've got. I might only be one episode off on the podcasts are up, and I might only be one episode behind on the videos on YouTube up. But if you want to watch, you can go to Podbean and you can just type in Tales of a Savage Land, and you can get all the podcasts that way. If you go to Wicked Studios LLC on YouTube, you can see all of the past episodes up to, I'm pretty sure we're up to 20 there, but I could be lying.
all the way up to last week. Yep, episode
Am
20.
I thought I was up to 20. I
Yeah,
tried
that's
to
where I
make sure
watched
it
it
was
today.
So
okay.
so weird for me. How is my character still alive after 21
I
episodes?
know. Yeah.
I've been
I'm
trying,
wondering
okay?
too.
I got to learn to milk the bennies before I send in the bad guys. I got to remember to do that.
I've been hoarding the bennies too, just for situations.
That's a smart man. That's a very smart man. But anyway, we also, if you enjoy Dungeons and Dragons, and especially if you enjoy Greyhawk, on every Tuesday at 9 p.m., we have Greyhawk Adventures Presents, and right now we're doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and we're into the second chapter of that there as well. Every Monday we release a new episode of the Down Roll, and I got to get coordinated with Adam a little bit more to make sure that those are up. They're all over on the Atomic Peanut Butter site, but it's kind of the way it's set up that they have the image up there and has like the opening scene of Greyhawk Presents. So it's kind of confusing. But we're going to do something about that. Anyway, if you want to, you can go down below here if you're watching on Twitch, and there is a link to the Discord channel where you can join there. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Give us suggestions. Talk to Joplin. Tony, if you want, that way. And also, we have, if you go to Facebook, we have there's pages for Tales of a Savage Land, there's Tales for Greyhawk Adventures, and there's a page for Wicked Studios. And I post stuff on there religiously. You get clips, all kinds of different stuff. So if you enjoy all the stuff we do, please tune into all that. And we appreciate all the bits and anything that you do. You can buy t-shirts down below if you want. I don't pimp people out during the show. Never do that. So, all right. So let's, I know, right? Let's go ahead and have everybody here sign off. So since we started with Grace and ended with Brian, see, I'm mixing them up now. Let's go to Jonathan. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, my name's Jonathan. I play Brian. I think he just always wants to get the job done type of deal. I think that's what I'm aiming for.
And you're good at it. The moral compass. That's what he's called. He's the moral compass. And going to the opposite end of that spectrum, we have Uncle Tony.
How am I the opposite end of the spectrum?
I'm sorry, Joplin is. There we go.
Either way, I think Ari might be the complete opposite.
You know what? You're right about that. I am sorry, and I apologize profusely, sir.
I'm just saying I'm complicated. Joplin is complicated. He's a searcher. He finds what he thought he was looking for, but it's not a good fit. He's still looking. It's a complicated dude.
I'll give you that 100%. Yeah. Are you done? I mean,
I say shit. I might as well get out of here.
But here's the thing, man. If I was looking for some good cookies,
there you go.
Where would I
find
find
some? So happy that you guys keep plugging the cookie store. So yes, crumbtogether.com. If you're gonna let me throw a commercial here at the end, get your fresh baked cookies at crumbtogether.com. You can find us on the internet.
Love cookies.
We'll ship them to you in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Canada.
Sorry,
not in Europe.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Continental United States only.
Not Alaska?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like I said, continental United States only. Excellent. All right.
Shipping's expensive, man. That's all I'm saying. Shipping's fucking expensive.
It is. It is. All right, Dylan.
Hey, I'm Dylan. Play Phoenix. You guys can check me out here every Wednesday. You can check me out on Twitter, Dylan Trahan. Pretty much everywhere else I'm Dylan Trahan or Dylan Christopher Trahan if you really need to find me somewhere where you can send me a message.
Christopher.
Wow.
What's that all about?
I think that fits, though.
It's my father's name and my middle name. If you really want to do me a favor, though, tune in on Saturday for Tony's.
It's going to be a little bit of a soft open. So
yeah, it's a soft open.
Everybody be there.
But just come join us. I wanna hang out with all of you in the chat while they're streaming. We'll watch it together.
Well, you can't just tease like that and not say what it is. Then we got to at least say that much. Okay, so all right, I'll say it.
If we were thinking ahead, you could throw up the video right now.
Yeah, but I haven't even downloaded it.
But we haven't.
So for all of you, we're starting with the soft opening of and you changed the name again, and I like this one better. What's it called?
The Wicked City Kindred, a tale of Chicago by night. So the Vampire the Masquerade V5 edition, Chicago by night game played for about 12 weeks here. It's a nice 12-week chronicle.
Reasonable.
Excellent.
So it'll be a mini series,
and it'll be
with some people you know from this game, some people you know from this chat here off.
Hey,
Yeah.
Right?
Woo!
Yes.
And some people you might know from other games. So
and I'll be around, but you won't see me. All right,
and I'll be in the chat.
2:00,
which is really the best thing of all, right?
2:00, right? 2:00 Eastern time is when it's.
Yeah, 2 Eastern on Saturday. Like I said, we're going to start off with just getting used to the system and the mechanics, and in a couple of weeks we'll go live with an actual storyline.
There it is. Excellent. And last but not least, the other side of the moral compass, Grace.
Yes.
Well, I've been playing Ari. I'm Grace. You can find me here on Wednesday nights and soon to be Saturday afternoons. I am
Hey.
very excited for it. So,
Yay!
yeah.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you know anybody who would like something crazy like this or enjoy our show, please let them know. Like up, subscribe, do all those different things in all the different areas, and we appreciate it tremendously. So thank you very much. Have a great night, and peace out. And you know what I didn't do?
Get it ready.
Same thing I don't ever do is I don't get the ending credits ready.
I mean, why would you?
I know, I got to stay on brand. But guess what? It's ready
Yeah.
now. Bye.